Hello everyone. Hello. My name is Lucas. This is lucasgvariety. Welcome to April 1st, 2018. Happy Easter. We are back. We are here. I am Lucas, your dungeon master, according to my cool hat. This is the DM hat, or direct message, or whatever alias I make up at the time. So, I'm back. I'm back with my three bros. We're playing Dungeon World. And this is actually episode 7. Last week I said it was episode 5 because I was off by a week. So last week was technically episode 6. This week is technically episode 7. We are Dungeon World, the Vagabonds. And to give us the recap is going to be our very own Thunkel the Wizard. Thunkel Lordrant. I'm going to turn it over to you, and then we're going to get rocking. And we'll go from there because it's a pretty intense situation. So, Thunkel?
All right, so last session started off on the first day of the annual festival. We all met at the bar, the Poor Beard, where we met up with Fairfoot. He was our little guide from the library, and he showed us that there is a dumbwaiter that will take us directly to the levels we want. So we all hop in there, paired off, and take a shot up to level 250. Get out there, and we are in the what was the guy's chamber name?
Terabus?
Terabus, right. We're in Terabus's personal chambers. Of course, we set off a gas trap from the ceiling that ended up killing our good friend Gully. But we did manage to take the demon that Fairfoot wanted, and I managed to capture a void demon in my little bracelety thing. From there, we tried to take the dumbwaiter up to 295 where the vault was. Unfortunately, during that time, Fairfoot made his escape because of a threat on account of our own hawk. And then he flew down the shaft. We came back down and had to take the teleporter to the magic level of 295. We got up there, and then I decided to make a quick run to the council chamber room, trying to deceive my band members into going in this direction.
Band members, yeah.
Meanwhile, we looted a bunch of books, and Aria captured or found the book on the Crimson Phoenix, which was our little flying machine we're after. I was unfortunately stopped before I got all the way to the council chamber, but did manage to summon Spenfin, one of the council members, who is very angry that we were in here. And in the council chamber room, the goal was to destroy or to capture the God Rod. That is the main spell artifact that controls all the demons in Telis. We're currently having discussions and negotiating our roles at this time.
Yes. Anyone want to add to that? Little bits and pieces? Thank you, Thunkel, by the way. Area, what you found. Rudiker, how you feel.
Did Thunkel go over what Area found about the Crimson Phoenix?
Just that you found it. Oh, that's right. It's owned by some...
The Crimson Phoenix is guarded by an immortal warlock called Zorm. He's rumored to be north in a place called Crescent Moon Harbor. He runs a casino, and he's an entrepreneur.
Yep, he's like a blood sport entrepreneur.
Yep. And I think the only other thing left out is party animosity seems to be pretty tense. It's gotten to the point where pretty much all three characters kind of raising their eyebrows to the other party members. So
Kareen's kind of in the middle, like...
Yeah, Kareen's in the middle of it.
I think last episode we saw a little bit of tenderness pass between her and Rudiger as she like put his hand back into place. Mm-hmm. And she is an elven minstrel. She's very beautiful. I like the picture that Rudiger had. I actually used that picture for her little icon on the map here. Let's see. I think that was about the main stuff. Oh, by the way, it's Zorm, son of Zorm. Just to get his full name out there.
Oh, sorry.
You don't know him very well.
Did I say Zorm wrong?
No, you just to add son of Zorm. He's very particular. You'll find out. You'll find out. He's a character I've been playing for years. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We haven't met him yet. It doesn't count. Anyway, so yes, because when you guys took the dumbwaiter to the last level, you found it was bricked off, right? They had changed things back in the day. So you went back down, use the teleporter, which is the big circle in the middle, and then you're there. And there's down to the east room as we're going by direction. You find a big council room, a big table, 12 chairs, 12 statues on the wall above each chair, like overlooking, and this rod that comes up that has this orb full of like rainbow swirls and zapping and electrical rainbow colors. And Sarsis, the demon that inhabits Thunkel, as part of their contractual agreement, says, "This is what I'm here to take out." And he set off the alarm by walking too far. I mean, I just kind of gave that. And then Svensson Seven Eye shows up, who's an ugly dude with a shaved head and has 7 eyes. His regular 2, and then 5 others displaced around his head. And he apparates through the portal, the warp zone, where the bard was sitting down to strum his instrument while he waited. And he got thrown off into the bookcase. That was the last thing that happened, right? And he's picking himself up. Kareen ran to him. Rudiger's kind of sticking right out in the middle of the room. And Thunkel, I think you're still kind of down the hall?
I'm down at the end of the hall, yeah.
Looking there. And Sarsis is like, basically told you, like, Svensson needs to be killed, who's this wizard that just showed up, or this mage. And her reason for being here is to take out the rod. She wants to free her people. She basically says it's what the humans have used to imprison them. So this guy shows up and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And that's pretty much where we're sitting. I'm going to pull up the Roll20 thing so I can look at it, kind of get my bearings. Yeah, so that's kind of all what happened. And he's surrounded by 6 guards, 6 of them unrung, which are kind of like the policing force of the city. And they got, a sword and shield. And he's standing there. And he's just like, you guys are kind of looking around. Arya's picking himself up. Kareen's like coming to him for aid. Rudiger, I'm not sure how Rudiger's like thinking. He's just kind of like been all over the place and eating chicken, if I remember correctly. And Thunk, he looks at those, and then he looks down the hall, and you can see that he sees you, Thunkel. And he's like, Svensson Seven Eye, as his name goes. He's just going to look at you, and he's like, Thunkel Lorgrant. Well, this must be the Vagabond. Wait, Thunkel, what are you doing up here? Why would you come to this level?
Nice to see you again, Svensson.
He goes, under other circumstances, I would agree, but you're trespassing at the highest order, the highest level of the chair. I mean, you're not the chair anymore, or you never were, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe were you ever part of the chair? I don't know. How far up did Thunkel go in there?
No, I avoided the politics of this.
That's right.
I'm sure I was shortlisted a few times, but you knew better and I knew better.
I see, because your family, what was your family's history?
They were rich back in the day, but they were just nobles from around.
I'm thinking maybe like some people wanted to nominate you for a chair seat, but being that you were the type of person that you were just like, no way, man, I don't care how much power it gives me. I don't want the politics.
Yeah.
Okay, so he said something like, you had your chance and you gave it up. Why are you here now?
I'm just borrowing a few books.
He looks at the bookshelves there. He's like, I have to arrest you all and take you in. You can't.
On what charges?
I mean, this is trespassing for anybody but a member of the chair. And you're borrowing books, which is stealing, and you know better.
That's fair. Well, why don't you come here and you can arrest me?
All right. He's like, he goes, step away from the council room. Come to us.
I step into the council room.
All right, I'm just going to put you in. He's like, no. Arya, you look like you wanted to say something.
Nope.
Okay. He goes, Thunkel. So, how much do you know about this rod, Thunkel?
It's a great question. I don't know how much I know about this rod.
Do you want to spout lower to know if you know much about this rod?
Oh, I certainly do.
I mean, it's coming to become an important thing here, so that's plus your int, which is, you're like, Cookie, it's my specialty.
I also have books. In fact, I may have a book on this.
You can most definitely have a book on this if you want to.
Great.
Giving you an extra +1 to whatever result we get here.
Okay. So I will have a book, and I will plus int this. Wow.
That puts you at a 10?
10.
Oh, man. So what's it look like? How do you refer to a book like that? Or is it like...
I was going to claim this for the sake of continuity. I will claim this as one of the books in my bag pre-existing.
Mm-hmm.
A book I have referenced before.
Okay.
So I have special knowledge. I just didn't have to look it up this time.
Okay. The real name of it's lost, but this city was built over, if you can call it a corpse, the essence remains of a god, deep in the earth, right? A long time ago, when the city was being built, the first mages that came here, they built a rod that was well over like 500 feet tall, and they drove it into the ground, right into the essence, the very center of that magic area, which would have been the god's, brain or maybe heart. You're not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right where it was most potent, right? The demons were drawn to it, but so were humans in a different fashion. So humans stuck this rod there so they could control it, almost like, a lightning rod, but in a reverse order. And then they built the tower around it to protect it. And then they built the city around the tower. And they used that since basically demons were drawn to it like moth to the flame, humans used that to control them, to bring them in, control them, and dominate them like they have now.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's one story. And some would say they've enslaved them. Some say, demons are evil, so we've used it to, save ourselves because they're so nasty. It depends on how you look at it, really. What side are you on? But it's mostly a human thing. Dwarves, elves, demons, whatever, all the lesser races or different types of creatures are not on top of this. Humans are at the top of the food chain here, so to speak. And so that very crystal ball on the top is where they get their essence and they draw their power from. So the council has then made their table around this. So if this thing is destroyed, that means all hold on demons is released, and a lot of magical energies that have been stored can be released. And my video just stopped. Damn it, Zoom. So that's the big interesting info I have on that. You can take and use it as you will.
Okay.
So let me ask you, besides your book, how else would you know about this? Or is it from the book specifically?
So I would know about it from having studied in the tower. You know about the basic principles. I have a book specific on it. And then for a while, I worked with one of the people at the lower levels of the tower who enslaved the demons, actually physically capture them, which would draw on that connection through the God Rod to it. So I should have pretty good knowledge of it.
Okay.
Maybe not its founding and forging, but at least its functional capacities.
All right. Yep, the Binders, that's the name of the group that does the demon binding. So you've worked with them before. Okay. So anyways, there's that information. And he's like basically telling you, and you step into that room closer to it.
Right. So if the council members draw their energy from it and I am closer to it, that means I should be able to draw power from it. Does that give me a bonus on my magical effects?
I would say while you're in the room, I'd give you an extra +1 to your int rolls.
Okay.
I think at this point where you're at, if you want to tap into it, but you're not a council member, so who knows the repercussions that I can use against you. Anyways, so he's like, you step into the room and he's like, wait, Dunkel, think about what you're doing. I can read your mind. Well, I mean, I can see into your mind, like his eyes, other eyes, like look towards you. He's like, don't make me do anything rash here.
Oh. Yes, I can see why that would be unwise, and I shoot a magic missile at him.
That's it, huh? There we go. All right.
How quickly can I shoot these? And I will shoot them as fast as I can at him.
I mean, you say it and you do it. So, I mean, he can react after that. And it also depends on how you roll, right?
My hope is to shoot multiple magic missiles at him and his guardsmen.
So, are you aiming at him specifically
Him
first?
Specifically him. He needs to die.
Okay.
He needs to die now.
You're going to do that. We're going to do your first attack, and then I'm going to jump over to these other two guys. Because
Sure.
Arias got blasted into the bookshelf and got hurt really bad. Kreen ran to him, and Rudiger's kind of like waiting to kill something, probably.
Let me see.
So that's going to be plus int to cast your spell, right? And I'll go to... But you get an extra +1 on that.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Sweet.
Wow.
And then I have empowered magic.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get a 10+, I have the option of choosing from my 7 to 9 spell list, and I can double the target or maximize its effect. So I will choose to do that.
Do you want to maximize the effect or double the target?
So if I double the targets, I do the same amount of damage for each one. So I just like do a roll, and then the 2 targets get that hit.
What's this? It's magic missile.
Magic missile, yeah.
Where's the spell?
2d4.
Magic missile projectiles from 2d4 damage to 1 target. So yeah, you would roll it. I think we might have been doing it wrong before. I would say that you would get to do 2d4 to each target.
Okay.
But you won't get maximized. It will just be 2 targets you can pick, right?
Yeah. So he would get a maximum of 8 damage, or I could hit him with both of my shots and then roll 2d4 for each of them.
You'd have to pick a different target if you split it. So 2d4 to 2 different people, or maximized to 1.
Okay. I'm going to maximize it to him.
Okay. That is not a bad idea. I mean, that's 8 points, right?
Yep.
Okay, so but that also bumps you to the 7 to 9 category for the spells, right?
Correct.
So you draw unwelcome attention to yourself, or the spell disturbs the fabric of reality as it's cast, and you take -1 ongoing to cast a spell until the next time you prepare spells, or after it's cast, the spell is forgotten.
I'll take the unwanted attention.
It's like I knew. That's what you're gonna pick. Oh, so bad. All right, let me go back to Svensson 7-Eye. You're not gonna last very long, are you, buddy? You're my favorite. You're my favorite, Svensson. I love you. I'll never forget you. Let me see how many hit points he has. Okay. Alrighty. You said 8, right? You did?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, it's a dinner. My dinner's coming in. Please and thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I got my dinner, guys. I had to have that delivered in real quick. Thank you. All right, so what's your magic missiles look like again? What's it look like? Is this gigantic maximized magic missile smashed into Svensson?
Yeah. Crackling ball of energy.
What color?
White.
Just pure white?
Yeah, just pure white, like a ball of lightning. Comet streaking through the heavens. Doom impersonified streaking towards him.
Nice. Just a crackling ball of white energy to massacre this wizard who's just doing his job. Good. Love it. Okay. So it smashes into him and he's just like, whoa! He's just like crackling, being electrocuted, and just leaves this, like, I don't know, hits him in the chest or whatever. And it just makes him step back and he's like, oh! And then he says some words in some type of dark magic, and something else happens in just a second. As
cool.
I need to look at my notes. What are the other 2 guys doing this time?
So if Karina is right next to Aria's going to ask, patch me up. I'm not doing so well here.
Okay, so that's what you're asking her. All right.
Yep. And then after that, I want to try a parlay or parlay.
Okay, let me go back. Let me get back to the correct layer here.
Woo, he looks big.
Oh, What size do I want to be? That's probably about right. No, I liked him where he was before. I don't think size doesn't matter, guys. So, as soon as you nail him in the chest with that magic missile, Sarsis is like, yes, Thunkel, yes. She goes, you're going to have to let me out, though. You're going to have to let me out in just a second. And so, Kareen, you ask Kareen?
Yep.
She uses her action. It's going to take just a second. And as the guards start splitting up to like surround, well, they don't really look at you so much, but they're after their dude gets hit in the chest with this magic missile, their attention is momentarily on Thunkel, and but they put their guard up, and then you see Thunkel that all the paper and all the books and the stuff that's scattered on the council table, all the books and the paper they come up and they swirl up in this whirlwind, and they swirl and swirl and swirl, and they make like a vaguely giant humanoid looking creature made out of paper and swirling books and ink quills and pen, and it just swirls up and it's suddenly next to you. And let me come back to my stuff here. Don't acknowledge, closes its page. Strike with the spine. That doesn't make sense to me. Can you roll a d8 of damage? As the paper storm, this thing envelops you, and suddenly you're being slashed and cut and bruised by books hitting you, paper cuts slashing you across the face and the arms and stuff. And this thing, you're in the middle of this tornado of paper, and you feel the oxygen starting to leave your lungs a little bit as it's just swirling and sucking your air out and cutting you. Arya, she's like, I got you. Hold on a second. And she like lays her hand right on your face. And you just feel like she sings in like a low, like, like just like almost a lullaby, just a real quick little chant. She's a minstrel, and her magic is similar to yours, even though it's not the same. And you just feel yourself getting like put back together, stitched and knitted, and you feel better. Let me jump to, let me ask what happens next.
Well, how much health do I get from that?
She gives you 8 points, I believe. And I'll even double check that. I believe it's 2 times her skill, and I believe her skill is 4. But let me check.
Okay. Otherwise, yeah, I'd like to try a parlay, but we can go to Rudiger since he's been.
Is parlay one of your abilities?
No, it's a basic move.
That was, you tell them what you want.
Yep. I try to convince them that I kind of have leverage on something.
You talking about to someone here?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Rudiger can jump in, or he can just be sitting there like eating chicken and watching the battle go on. I don't know. What does he do?
Rudiger looks over to these guys in the room that he's in, and then he looks over to the east. He's like, well, what are you waiting for?
What does he say? Who does he say that to?
Sorry, I just got food as well. He's saying that to Spinfin and I guess Spinfin's soldiers. And he's kind of looking over at Thunkel as he does this.
He's like, what are you waiting for? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh. Like,
Is that in the context of like a threat, or are you saying like go after him?
In the context of go after him.
Okay.
After Thunkel. Oh, gosh. Someone's going to die today.
And then Rudiger's just going to start strolling over towards Arya.
I don't know what's about to happen here. It's getting cray. Starsis is like, I think it's time to let me out.
To
you.
Release her?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't fight her?
What do you mean by, like, let her take over me?
No, to let her out of your body. That was part of the contract, was to
Yeah.
once she desired to be released. Now, you can try to keep her in. You have to use some will to do it. You can defy danger with your will, or you can just release her.
What's my will? Is that Constitution?
Your wisdom, sorry.
Wisdom. I guess I don't know enough about demons and the pact I'm in to really make that decision. I need to know more about it.
You allowed her to ride along with you as a, like, basically be the meat bag that she rode in.
Right.
And she says that, I mean, she's kind of, you allowed her to be in there, so you have to allow her to exit.
Oh, okay.
She can forcefully try to do it, but, I mean, you guys made a contract that when it's time, you'll let her go without any qualms.
Okay.
However, that's up to you to whether you're living up to that or not.
I'm willing to release her now, even though we haven't completed our contract. But this is with the understanding that the other humans, or the other people in my party, are supposed to get out of this alive with me. We'd like to. I still have business with them.
Oh, she's like, I have no interest in your party members. I could care less. I did like that. I did like the Minsto Kareen. I would like her soul still, but a deal's a deal from before. Let me out. We'll take out these people. I'll destroy the rod, and we're contractually done. We're done with.
Okay. For my knowledge, I have the this void demon entrapped in the bracelet or enslaved to the bracelet. If I let her out and she destroys the god rod, I lose control of him.
That's what she said. All demons are freed.
Okay.
So you could use it now. You could take the bracelet off and throw it away. I hope she doesn't care. I mean, that's up to you. But you are still wearing the bracelet of this void demon, who does have a name.
It's Raxul.
Raxul. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I know, tough quandaries.
Tough question.
I know. What do you do? It's all I ever have to say, and you're just like, every time it's gonna be like, man, what do I do?
All right, I let her go,
Yeah.
and I summon Raxul.
You summon him at the same time.
Yeah.
Holy crap! This stuff is getting real. So you bring her out. Wow, this is just a demon fest in here. All right, I have special rules about summoning this demon. I made up some rules about him.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you about it before you actually do it,
Okay, I'd appreciate it.
because I kind of laid that on the line for you before. Let me just go back up and find where it is. Raxul Void Demon. He's soulless. He's a void demon. Okay.
No.
Oh, here it is. Okay, to use the demon bracelet, I will put. It's like I made it like a new move basically for it, right?
Sure.
So the controller bracelet must do as the wearer commands to the best of their ability. May apply to demon possession as well. When the wearer gives a command, they must roll plus wisdom. 10 plus action is carried out as commanded. 7 to 9 the action partially exceeds but has a complication. Player's choice for the GM to make a move or offer a hard choice. On a 6 minus, the action fails and the GM may, that's my choosing at that point, one of those last things. Take wisdom damage, I make a move, or the bracelet malfunctions, freeing the demon, which immediately attacks you.
Awesome.
So, if you're going to release him, you let her Sarsis go. And I don't think anyone's in the position to see you except for Svensson and his men. No one else is in the sight to see what happens, but Thunkel, like, roars back. And out of his ears, eyes, nose, and mouth, this black smoke pours out and formulates Sarsis over to the right, who stands behind you. And you're still in this whirlwind of paper, so it like comes out in part of the whirlwind, and she comes and becomes her own creature. Mm-hmm. And then you call upon Raxul.
Right.
All right. If you're summoning him, what are you going to command him to do? Because it works off. You just be like, I command you, blah.
I command you to kill the Morung.
Oh.
No, specify the name.
What?
It's a joke.
Oh, all right.
You want to take out the soldiers?
Yep.
All right. Uh-oh.
I don't think it's like he has a notebook to write them in.
He does have a voice recording book. I don't know.
Sure. It's true.
Book of Echoes. All right, so here we go. Uncle's just gonna make this real deep here. Go ahead and roll plus wisdom, sir.
Oh, I don't want to see this.
Oh, you don't.
Oh!
Wait, did you roll twice?
I think I did by mistake. I just meant to click it once.
Oh.
Neither one of those are great. I'll mark experience. Don't worry.
You better mark experience. We're gonna take the first roll, of course, which doesn't matter. But if that ever happens, we take the first roll. Oh. There's demons everywhere. They're all out of control. Oh God. Oh shoot. Let me.
I've been rolling so well.
You were up until now.
I was. I'm not now.
It always comes to an end eventually.
Oh, what could go wrong?
Oh,
What-
Funko, I don't know what's going to happen to you tonight, buddy.
Oh, beautiful.
So, I'm going to put him there. That's just a cluster. How do you spell his name?
RAX_ZUL.
Okay. Okay. And the you just like hold the bracelet up and you say, kill the Morung. And it glows, and then the sapphire shatters, and this void demon comes out. And as soon as it comes out of the bracelet and stands, it holds up his hand, and out of its fingertips, 5 lines of black miasma go and just penetrate right into your face. And it's almost like when you're possessed before, this black flowing magical corruption of ooziness goes right up through your face. And can you roll? Let's see. Can you roll? That's rending claws. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Can you roll a D? I'm gonna say. Let me just do this. It was D6, but that was too much. Can you roll a D6 plus 4 of damage, sir?
Oh, good. I'm dead. That's it. I'm 0.
Oh, Thunkle. All right. I don't know if the bard is there to pick you up immediately this time.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's a long
I don't even think he knows what's going on yet.
I don't think he would if he was given the option.
This is
It's a
really
long
interesting
corridor.
how this has worked out, though. It's almost like character storybook perfection, The wizard that with the power just gets way in over his. Well, not say way in over his head, but I guess at this point, right?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I mean, I think I know a female demon that's just dang, I got out of that guy just in time.
It's like stepping out of a taxi cab before it gets T-boned.
Actually, let's do this. That's temporary for the moment. Okay, audience, we just witnessed our possible first character death. So we're going to come back to Thunkle. So Thunkle, this black miasma goes in every orifice of your face, right? Just up, and it grabs a hold of your brain and just squeezes, and it feels like it implodes your brain, or your brain expands beyond it. You're not sure, but your vision first grays out, and then it goes dark, and then it goes black, and then it goes beyond black until you are floating in a void of nothingness. You feel that you are swimming in a black liquid, but also floating in the absence of stars in a vacuum of space. It's kind of it's the forever void of nothing, and you're floating there. Would you make this is called the final breath move?
Mm-hmm.
It has no penalties or bonuses. It's a straight 2d6, and it's called last breath. And whatever you roll decides your fate. So go ahead and roll a 2d6 for me.
Do I want high or low?
Same thing. You want 10 plus if possible. There's three different categories of.
6.
You're dead.
Good. All right then.
Funko Lord Grant. No, he wasn't supposed to go so soon. He was too young. Oh. I'm a 7 and 9. Okay, so basically 10 plus. You've cheated death. You're not as bad, and you kind of pop back alive. 7 and 9. Death will offer you a bargain. Take it and stabilize, or refuse and pass beyond the black gates into whatever fate awaits you. On a miss, your fate is sealed. You're marked as death's own, and you cross the threshold soon. The GM will tell you when. Oh. So, what does death look like in our world? What's its representation? Uncle, you're the first to go in one of my games, so I'm gonna let you tell me.
There's only one death. The Grim Reaper, who speaks in all capitals.
Ah.
Welcome, Uncle. I'm so glad you're here. Is the Grim Reaper in our world? Does the Grim Reaper look like the typical skeleton, or a person with the black hood and robes on?
I think the Grim Reaper is in this world personified by the person who would most appropriately shepherd you into the next world. It's your own personification. In my case, it would be my grandfather who twisted my fate to put me into the Wizarding Tower.
What's your grandfather's name? Did you have it in the info?
Long ago, yeah.
Okay, let me take a look here, because I have.
Oh, it's in my thing, yeah.
Old Logrante. Logrant. Bastardization of the old Kengo word Logrante. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. I don't know if Kengo. Is it Kengo?
I think so.
Kengo
yeah.
Logrant. Okay. Yeah, it's that. Let me just get that word. Okay, so. See. So it's him. Gnarly old looking dude. And say he's wearing very dark blue robes. And you're in this void of nothing, right? And you're kind of spinning, and he's just kind of there in your face. And he's like, "Oh, my great? Is it just your grandson, or is it great? Like,
I think it's great. I think it was my father who did this to me, but it was my great grandfather.
Oh, my great grandson, old Thunkel. Well, young Thunkel by my standards. I've been trapped in this hell for a very long time." He goes, "I see you're here. It's time for you to come with me and be forever in the darkness and the vastness of time and space, in the absence of what it is. However, I can give you a little more time if you have one last thing you want to achieve. Or, you can come now. Your fate is sealed, so you know, and you won't last much longer back in the material plane. But you could complete that which you were doing. Or, and he opens his arms for like a hug. He's like, "We can leave now."
I am weary, grandfather, great grandfather, but my work is not yet done. I have one task I would sorely like to finish.
And what task is this?
The release of all of those that I have wronged through my magic. I wish to free the demons.
You wish to destroy the object which that little demon, well, she's really the queen of demons, I guess. I'm gonna let you know that. That Sarsis, yes. She's the head honcho when it comes to pretty much their kind. You want to help her complete what she sought to do?
It would make me very happy, grandfather. And if I could see Sarsis one more time.
All right. The moment upon the completion of destruction of the rod, you will return.
So be it.
All right. We'll see you very soon. I have shuffleboard, so I'm dying to show you what that is.
That sounds lovely.
And you're going to be laying on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just going to have stuff oozing out of your face and maybe other orifices that we don't want to talk about because it's just not pleasant, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And since we've been there for a couple minutes, basically what's going on in your absence, and we're going to come back to the other guys, this demon of paper has started fighting with Raxul, who's also fighting with Sarsis, and it's kind of like a three-way battle of demons just blasting the crap out of each other. So when
Nice.
you're like, and you like wake up and there's just like black slime is all over your body, like you just see a war of demonic magic just slashing out, and all these gargoyle statues in the room are just getting pummeled and destroyed. And Sarsis is like, she wants to do her job, but she can't yet because she's defending herself. So this is here, and they're kind of just all like fighting. I guess actually, I would say we probably move it into the room, kind of triangulate them a little bit. So they're just battling all over the place. So I'm gonna leave you for a couple minutes since we did heavy on that stuff, and I'm gonna come back over to Arya, who just got healed, and Rudiger, who was stepping over to them, and you guys just see this Svensson Seven Eye character just go, "No, Thuckle! Oh no, it's her!" And then like the smashing, and that's when like Raxul, which you guys can't see either, appears like, "Wait, what? What is that? Oh, Thunkle!" Oh! There's all this explosion of magic's just like coming out of the room, and they're all like, they're temporarily like they're ignoring you, and they're Marung are like looking at their leader, and he's just like, and they slowly start to turn their attention back to you in a minute. What during that time, that phase, what do you guys do?
Well, I wanted to try a parlay.
Parlay, that's right. I'm sorry. Yep.
Yeah. I'd say the main guy if we can. Otherwise, just even one of the guardians or the guards.
Whoever you want to.
All right. What's the main guy's name again?
Svensson.
All right. So, after Arya kind of dusts himself off, he kind of thinks for a second as he's hearing a bunch of stuff go down.
Yeah, a lot.
He's like, he kind of like, Spenfin. Hey.
Huh? Yeah. Vagabonds. What?
The one and only.
You need to come
So-
with us right now.
So hold on. I know you're probably not really happy with us right now, but if you give us a pass, because I don't know what's going on down there, I'm not talking about that. You give us a pass, I'll let you know who let us in here and who stole from another one of yours. And if we die, you're not going to know who that person is, and they might do it again.
Well, we're not going to kill you. We're just going to arrest you and take you out of here.
That's off. Throw that off the table, and I'll tell you what his name is.
He goes, I'm assuming you just broke in here yourself. I mean, you do have Thunkle Lorgrant as one of your party members, one of the greatest. The wizard. He's the wizard.
There's someone else who stole from one of you guys, one of your other mages or whatever, and got us up here. There's someone that works in this tower that let us in and might do it again. I don't know what's going on with Thunkle, but Kareen, Rudiger, and me, we walk free, no charges. I'll tell you who that person was. So my leverage is that there's someone on the inside.
Yeah. Nope. That's perfect. That's perfect. Go ahead and roll your plus charisma.
12.
just like yeah. By the way, I just dropped that 12 right on the table. Just looks nice and comfortable right there. Boom. Okay. Damn.
And this is said loud enough so Rudiger and Kareen can hear.
Okay. Nope. That
Can hear
makes
it too.
sense. Rudiger's taking it in. It's up to him what he does with it. But hit. They'll ask you for something. Make him a promise first. He goes. All right. The three of you. Thunkle's in way deeper shit than this. However, you help me stop these demons. We'll take you out of here. Charges dropped. And you tell me who it is. But you tell me right now.
Are there demons in there?
There's 3 of them. But one of them is mine.
So you want a name now?
I want the name right now. And you help me finish these demons off. And then we get out of here. Charges dropped.
I extend my hand and say, if you shake on it, I'll give you the name.
Rudiger doesn't even wait. He starts fucking like full blast running towards the eastern room.
Okay. He's like, wait, where's he? He's like,
Or maybe just me.
No, so, so Spencen's like, like 10, 15 feet away from you. He just kind of like, you know how when you look at a hot road and you can see the mirage, like the heat waving off it, or off the top of a car on a hot day? He just does that and kind of fades out, and then he kind of fades back in right in front of you, and he holds his hand out to shake. He goes, deal.
So, shakes the hand. Griffel Fairfoot. The demon he took, name is Trella, who I believe was originally owned by Terabus.
Terabus. Fairfoot. Why does Fairfoot sound familiar?
That's your guy.
Griffin.
Deal's a deal, right?
Yes, I just wanted to know who he is, but no matter. If the name checks out, then I am one of the chair. We'll make it happen. Can't help it that Thunk will convince you to go along with his schemes.
Well, the fact that you're mentioning demons, I'm not exactly sure what that's all about.
He just points into that room that Rudiger just charged down the hall. He's like, there are 2 demons in there that need to be taken out, at least temporarily qualled. But one is the Queen of Demons, so she's going to be excruciatingly hard.
Well, I mean, no point in not fighting them. I mean, otherwise I'm going to die either way, right?
Yeah.
Rudiger is harder, trust me.
And it's like, well, you can't actually leave unless you know how to use the teleporter. Well, get it done.
So, all right. So if that's all set, then Arya kind of takes out his mandolin and kind of starts just strumming some music, getting ready for whatever.
For battle?
For battle, pretty much.
Kreen's like, I'll be behind you. I'm here. She like looks. She gives you like the most serious look she's ever given you. Like all past, like arguments and all that stuff aside, she gives you the most serious look. Like, I'm with you. Let's do this.
Yep. Arya looks right back at her and nods. Like, let's do this.
Like we can look back on this and laugh and rip each other up and down at another time, right? But
yep.
We got
teamwork makes the dream work, kind of.
Yep, and her loyalty factor is fame and glory. So like she's pretty sure she could. Well, both of you could probably sing a duet on this and be like, "Yeah, we got coins just coming on the stage for us, right?" Like this is gonna be an epic bardic to remember. So let me look up these different demons that I didn't expect. Jeez, where's Sarcist? All right, let me go copy paste this demon so it's down on the page where I can get to. Oh, there she is. I didn't expect that, guys.
Surprisingly enough, Sarsis is also a paper demon and needs to be copied and pasted many times.
Oh, it's so crazy. Man, I knew I was going to make all these cool treasures for nothing. Well, I guess we'll just see what happens, right?
We'll see who lives. I mean, there's still a chance, right?
Yeah. I don't know if there's much of a chance for Thunkel anymore, however.
I mean, yeah, there's a chance you still die.
Well, the fate has been sealed. He's allowed to come back for a short time. Unless we jimmy up. And that's the thing I never asked you guys. Is this like, it's easy to kill you, it's dead? Or is this something where we want like high fantasy where it's possible to keep playing the characters and we want to find a way around it? Without the fear of death, it doesn't make it as intense, right? So I'll talk to Thad about that later and we'll figure it out. But
I would say like at least necromancy is a thing. So I would imagine like souls and that sort of thing exists. That's the only thing that would make sense to me in like a high magic world.
it only makes
Wasn't there kind of like a theory, like, I mean, the magic, everything just kind of transforms between kind of realms, but it's all still kind of contained within the world?
I think we discussed something like that.
Oh yeah, like parallel dimensions essentially, and just kind of like fading in and out of them.
So he would turn into like the magic that would be used
Within all of us.
The magic within all of us. That nice warm feeling you get when you're
I
shivering.
think I got some Thunkel.
That sounds really dirty.
Oh my gosh. All right. Rudiger, you charging down, and
Yep.
you see a demon made of the void. It's like black liquid space and hold on a second. Oh yeah, all right. Black liquid space, right? That's what's in there. And then Sarsis is, well, you see a female, like you want to say like succubus, right? Long tail, flowing, and then her robes are actually bright red, with long red hair. The horns, the sharpened teeth, how Thunkel described it before, very beautiful. Of course, probably not to you. And then there's this giant swirling mass of paper / books that kind of has a humanoid shape, and they're all just lashing magic and stuff back and forth. What do you do?
First demon I see is probably going to be Raxel, so I'm going to try and cleave him from head to toe.
Cleave him from head to toe. All right, where'd Raxel go? All right, well, I mean, I think we can just go straight up hack and slash. I think that's fair.
All right.
There he is. Let's copy paste him too.
Would I get any bonus for him not expecting me or knowing that I'm there? I mean, he probably heard me. Like I'm not stealthy.
I'll give you a +1.
Okay.
I mean, I think that makes sense in its own way.
Okay.
It is a cluster.
So that makes it a 10 then.
10 plus.
It makes it a 10 even.
All right, so let's look at them. Fighter hack and slash, no, attack and slash, right? Not just fighter. 10 plus, you deal your damage to the enemy and avoid their attack. At your option, you may also choose to do an additional d6, but expose yourself to the enemy's attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose to expose myself and do an extra d6. So that'll be 1d10 plus 1d4 plus 1d6.
That's sick. That's sick.
Yeah.
So are you using the Crimson Cleaver?
I am.
All right, roll the damage first, and we'll go from there.
Okay. 11.
Not bad. Could have been better.
Could have been better.
Got a couple lows on that other one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think this is a good time for the Crimson Cleaver's magic to start coming alive. I think we're late enough in the campaign. It's a shard of a bigger sword, isn't it?
It is, yeah. In the story, this is right after he got out of being a bandit and stuff.
Okay.
He was doing some mercenary work and basically was trying to pull a giant's saber out of some stone after they had looted the place. The giant was already long dead, but his sword was still there, and it was still mostly in one piece. But Rudiger at the time wasn't strong enough to pull the whole thing out, so he just said, fuck it, and grabbed the hilt of it, or at least a large part of it, chipped it off, and took it with him, and had it forged into the blade that it is now.
Okay. Which is still a gigantic, massive cleaver, basically, in its own way, right?
Indeed, yeah.
Okay. And it, let's see. Oh, that's right, he has armor. Do you have any piercing?
I do have 2 piercing on that.
Okay. So he has a little more than average game. You hurt him bad as you just cut into this black gooey maze. Like, okay, so that's what I was asked. The Crimson Cleaver, what's it look like as its magic comes alive?
I suppose it probably glows like a faint, like earthy golden kind of color.
A what? Earthy what?
Like an earthy golden kind of color. Very like brass or golden metallic, and it has a little hole towards the hilt of it, like on the backside. That's probably like, I don't know, about yay big or so, and different weird kind of symbols appear in this little triangle thing. He doesn't have any idea what any of it means, though.
Okay. It seems to hurt him bad. Like, this sword is not just a regular shard. It comes alive, it starts glowing gold. And against his black miasma, it looks awesome as it slashes through. And it's like splattering big onyx globs of goo against the wall as you cut through his middle section. It bursts him in half, but he glues back together. But every time you swing and hack into him, a little bit more, bursts off him, a little bit more bursts off him, and he gets a little bit smaller. I'm gonna actually shrink him down as you
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Does Area see that?
I mean, you guys were kind of moving that way. You can move up. It's fine. It's not like it's D&D where you didn't move and blah, blah, blah.
He might.
I mean, you can leave it up to dice.
Depends on how open that door is, I guess.
Both doors into the room are wide open.
Then probably, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can say that you did. That's fine.
Okay.
You probably see like a golden glow sort of like in front of Rudiger. You probably want to see the sword.
Enough to
maybe have it trigger Grand Histories of the Known World.
Oh, aha.
Maybe. I mean, you were asked to help the demons. Maybe you were looking that way or something, and you happened to catch like maybe one of the symbols or something right as he struck down with it.
Okay.
That's fair.
Just locking that away.
Is that something you're doing now, or is that for later?
No. Yes, I might save it for later.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep, you see Thunkel laying down, Rudiger charging to start attacking this black goobly thing, and then you see this like succubus female-ish demon like throw in like weird powers. Not to describe all the powers at the moment. She's doing some weird stuff, and this paper slash cut like ink trays, and it's just weird. Like you don't understand what's going on. And in the middle, there's this orb glowing in a rainbow power. It's just like, and it looks like it's emphasizing everybody's magic.
Okay.
Maybe even the sword, possibly, Rudiger. And you slash into it. But now, sadly, it's time for the Void Demon to strike back. Right? And,
Absolutely.
He is going to... He turns around and he gets inside your guard. And he sticks his hands in your face, and this like liquid corruption like leaks into your mouth, and he just like starts going down your throat, and he's trying to rend you apart as this stuff goes down into your stomach and your inside. It's like still his hands, and he feels like he's trying to rip you apart all through your body. Can you roll a d6 plus 6? 2 piercing. Not bad. 2 piercing though.
Yep, 2 piercing. So resist 2 of it, so 5. So I'm at 19.
Okay. So I want to give a shout out to a couple people that are in chat. Hey, Windflame and Zakaria. Of course, Zakaria is our beloved friend Kurt, as some of us know. And then Windflame being Teresa, the one who helped me design, well, the place that we're not going to, apparently. We'll just see. I'll just put it in somewhere else. It's fine. Anyway, hey guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging on as we watch. Yeah, because Kurt's usually the wizard and he usually dies. So today it's his turn to watch what happens when someone else is in his shoes. I love you, Kurt. I love you. All right. Anyway, continuing on here. So that's what happens. You come in and you hack him down. Thunkel, you woke up. You see Rudiger, who has just stepped over you, and he's splashing this void demon all over. And then this thing is like reaching down his throat and this like trying to go like shove itself into him. The other 2 demons are fighting, and the gargoyle statues, or they're gargoyles for real, we don't know, are getting smashed. And coming down the hallway, I'm not sure. Ari, are you leading the charge down the hallway?
No, I'm actually kind of right next to this guy.
All right. Well, he's like, go take care of those demons. So what do you and Thunkel do? What does Aria and Thunkel... What's Aria do? What's Thunkel do?
So I got a stupid question that's coming late to this game.
Nope, it's fine.
So the damage that I undertook from the Void Demon, would I have gotten any benefit from my Arcane Ward?
What's that?
If I have a spell ready, do I get a +2 to armor?
Yes, that would have saved you 2 hit points.
Yeah, I would have.
Where would that have put you, though?
At 2.
Oh, you hit 0 right on?
I hit 0 right on.
That is kind of late. How about this?
I have a worker. Go ahead.
No, I want to hear from you. I did not know.
I had a workaround for the being dead thing.
Let's hear it.
I was gonna have Sarsis bind my soul to my body, so I would be possessing myself.
Yeah, because I don't want to go backsy, so I think you die.
That's how liches are made.
Yes, it is. I would be my own lich.
Okay.
I mean, it's a thought.
I don't know if it necessarily has to be Sarsis. I think with your grandfather, I think that could be worked out.
Okay.
I think let's make the move the 7 to 9, where you come back with a price.
Sure.
So you come back and you're gonna stay here. You don't have to stay until the rod is destroyed. You come back, but you are coming back as a lich right now. Like your body's dead,
Okay.
and your soul just got pushed back into it. So
Right.
however you think Thunkel would look after being drowned in void corruption, however you think he would look, he still looks like that. But you are technically alive, back at full HP.
I think I would look very similar to what I do now.
Okay.
I'm not a particularly healthy-looking fellow.
Okay, so I think glad we solved that. I'm glad you said something, but you did die.
Just a bit grayer.
Maybe.
Yeah, a bit gray, and it's going to get worse precipitously. It's going to be noticeable as this mission goes on.
Oh my gosh, I might even have I might have a new ability to give you later on. So we're gonna talk.
My BO becomes literally damaging.
There's some backer classes, and Sean and I have looked at them before, like the dragon abilities. You can get like abilities for tangoing with certain creatures. There might be something like that in there. I might be like, hey, you have this ability.
Aren't there like ghost lands or something that you're supposed to be able to go to and get abilities like that?
Yes.
Yeah, probably from that.
We might look at those, but we'll do that later on. So, all right. So, Thunkel, you're kind of just coming to. I'm gonna come to area, and then I guess whoever wants to do whatever. I'm not in charge here. There's no initiative.
So Area will ask Spenton. Took some damage there. Do you need healing?
He's like, you have the powers of the healing touch? The bard?
I might.
He goes,
Only one way to find out.
well, we've made a deal, and I trust you and honor you. I trust you'll honor to keep it. I can't think you'll betray me now, but if so, my men will tear you to pieces. So, yes, let's have it.
All right, I will cast Arcane Art with the 14. So
Holy crap.
he will get healed 7.
Trying to undo all of Thunkel's hard work. Thunkel.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Well,
finish what you're saying.
also going to give him 1d4 forward to damage.
Okay. Ooh.
And yeah, he just like after he's like, well, we'll find out. Hopefully, he starts playing, and the same, from his shoulder that travels down his arm is, a green aura, and within that aura, you just kind of see like fairy pixies healing kind of vibe goes over and hits, kind of just surrounds Spenton. And then after that, following is the same thing, just it's more black, just kind of looks, I don't know, maybe silvery black, but kind of like a twilight. That's the good word. Maybe like a twilight kind of look. Also, just kind of travels down his arm and then over covers Spenton again.
As the pixie thing is happening, all of his 7 eyes are looking all over the place, like ooh. And then I think the forward damage actually doesn't so much go to his hands as it does his eyes. as you realize they're his point of power.
Okay, so, all right.
Also,
So the green covers kind of the body, but the black specifically targets his eyes.
The damage that he took, where his chest is caved in and burnt and blown apart a little bit, like that just knits right up. His robes are still hanging open where the magic missile destroyed him, but his body is trim fit, right?
Yep.
I just want to shout out to our other guests in here, Cog Whistle and Gazboo67. Didn't say it right, but thanks for joining us. Okay, you do that. He's like, nice work, Bard. I might have. He goes, have you ever thought about politics?
No.
You and Thunkel both. And he's just like,
It's not my lifestyle.
All right, so the Morung, like they're making their way. They got to get in the battle, right? There. And he's like, men, hold back a little bit. Let's see what they can do. Oh, I got to do these individually. Apparently, I can't move them. So they were lining up. What happens next?
It's because the door is in the way. There you go.
All right.
Good job.
I'm getting it down. He's like, so you can do healing. Let's see what you can do damaging wise. That queen, she's a beast, man. And I think I want to know what's going on in Thunkel's world. Oh, that's what I was going to talk to you about, Thunkel. I haven't really thought about this because I never expected it to happen. You technically died, so you're with your contract incomplete. So your soul should belong to her. However, you came back into your own body with your soul. If you die, is the contract still happening?
I thought releasing her, she released the contract.
Well, no, that was part of it. There was still the obligation of Svensson to die, and that's actually the last criteria.
I thought, okay.
That was part of it.
Because that was part of it. I had to kill it. Okay.
From what I understand, what was said at the beginning of the session, right before all this chaos started, is that she said, as soon as you release me and I'm able to destroy the rod, you're released from your bond to me.
Okay, so I either have to kill Svensson to succeed on my end of the contract, You'll release me from the contract if the rod's destroyed, but one of those two has to be done, otherwise my soul's still in jeopardy.
Well, the original contract was for both.
I know it's for both, but it sounds like I thought it was renegotiated.
I didn't mean it that way. If I said it, I apologize.
Okay. So I still have to fulfill those two things to keep my soul, right?
Yep. She was going to take care of the rod. You could help her, but your main obligation was keep him off me. You take care of him. I'll take care of this. But things have since changed because now there's all these demons.
Right. So I'm trying to keep up on the battle. So there's the Void Demon. What's the Void Demon's intention on?
Well, right now it's fighting with Rudiger.
Okay. And what about this paper storm that attacked me?
That is in the battle with Sarsis.
Okay. And then Sarsis and that demon are going head to head.
Pretty much.
The Void Demon and Rudiger. I don't have any attention at the moment.
You're laying flat on your back. No one's noticed you.
Right. The Morung are in the hallway.
Yep.
And then my people, formerly my people, are now attacking. Okay.
The demons.
Oh boy.
You can still try to come out looking like a hero here, but it's going to take some smoothing.
I want to get Sarsis' attention. I want to get as close to that rod as possible, assuming that the effects are going to be amplified the closer I get. I want to maximize my magical abilities.
I mean, you can get up and go there.
Yep.
You can see if you're still connected in your... I guess you might still have a... Well, no, I think your connection was severed. You died.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm just going to go for the rod.
You're
not to break it, but I just want to get close to it.
You're going to get up and move?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can move right up to the table. That's fine like that. And you can reposition yourself however you want. It's just... Here's an example here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if everybody at home can... I'm just going to move these characters up a little bit so we can kind of fit them all on the screen. And
All
normally,
right.
like I said, it's mostly narrative, so the map doesn't really matter, but it's fun to add color and some flair at this point. So, anyway,
So here's my stupid question of the day. What happens if I kill Sarsis instead?
I mean, we said that with the demon lore, at least with them, we don't know about people, but maybe the same thing. They die in a different way. They actually break apart, kind of like the gods did, and become part, I think, of the essence of the world.
But that would void my contract. I wouldn't be under her anymore, right?
I don't know. That sounds like a spout lore to me.
Okay.
And the rod only amplifies your magic, so this is not something you're going to get a bonus for unless you use one of your
Correct.
books. If you want to use one of your books, you can.
I'm just gonna roll my intelligence.
Okay.
7.
For spout lore 7. Tell you something interesting. It's on you to make it useful.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's on what happens to the contract if the demon dies.
Right.
Well, you have an old friend. Maybe the binders told you this. You actually have to tell me how you know. And I would say they're probably good people, but are a good source. But it could be from another source. Demons are destroyed. Yep, they become the magical essence, and they become part of it. Like this, it's said that the sentient human beings and other races, actually something different happens with them. And they have a chance to still touch the world. But demons, when they're destroyed, they are completely disintegrated. Everything that was a part of them, or they were a part of, is broken. And they become just part of the actual magical essence.
Okay.
So humans, dwarves, elves die. They can have souls. They might still haunt as ghosts. They might be trapped into intelligent weapons, things like that. Demons are destroyed, and the same with angels are destroyed. They're gone. Their connections are severed.
Okay.
So it's
Right.
I might not give you 100% information, but I can give you a good idea, and you can go with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's enough that if I can destroy her, I probably will be free. Bugger.
So you get close and you see this thing and you're thinking about that.
Yeah.
And she steps up. She's like, she comes near you and she's like, "You are still alive. I don't know how, but something's different. It doesn't matter." And she's next to you, and you see like she's fighting this paper. She like pushes it away, and
Right.
she holds her hand out. This is part of the roll here. Oh, okay. You see all the chairs, all 12 chairs that surround that table.
Yeah.
She like snaps her hand, and out of the cushions of each one, this enormous, like, think of like obsidian and ice if they were swirled together.
Mm-hmm.
These spikes made of obsidian ice burst out of the cushions of each of the chairs, all coming central, and all 12 spikes like smash into the globe, rainbow globe part of the orb, and then it go, and you see the orb, and each of the 12 spots it was hit, just spider web with crackles all around it. And just
All right.
she goes, "Keep up the fight, Funko. We're almost there."
I put my hand on the orb, and with the other hand, hoping to draw power from it, and with the other hand, I shoot magic missiles at Spenfin.
Wow. Okay, that's what you do.
That's what I do.
All
I
right.
double down.
Roll plus int. I'm gonna give you. Let's see. I'm trying to go crazy overboard here, but I would say you did 1 when you're in the room, 2 if you're closer. I'm gonna go as much as 3 when you're actually touching it. However, consequences could be bad if you fail.
Already died once this game. 15.
Holy crap! Not as much chance of that. All right. So, do you maximize its effect to have a 7 and 9, or are you just shooting it normal?
Yeah, no, I'll just shoot it normal. I don't need to invite more trouble.
It does make trouble. Go ahead and roll 2d4 on this guy. I forgot he had armor the first time around. Wow.
Hey,
Nice roll.
will work.
So does the magic missile still look the same now that you're a lich?
No, it's got kind of a shadowy hue to it. It's kind of a slush ball instead of just a bright crackling white light.
So it's like you made a snowball with some of the dirt on the ground in it.
Yeah, it's kind of that late winter snowball.
All right. Well, area, you guys are marching down like the Morongo, and they're like, ah! And they jump aside, and this ball of energy comes and just hits Spencer like right across the top of his head. One of his eyes on the very top of his head just bursts, and he's just like, whoa! And he just stutters back. His eye pops, and like this weird discolored stuff just splashes out of it, like a hole right in the top crown of his head, and he's just like, whoa! What do you guys do?
I'm gonna chop this demon to bits. I'm gonna try and grab the shit that he's shoving down my throat, try to pull it out, and like stab him while I'm doing so.
So you're trying to first get the stuff out of you?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's powering through, right? I can see you doing Defy Danger Strength.
Okay. That's an 11.
That is an 11. All right. You do set out, and the threat does not come to bear. So, yeah, you just like regurgitate. You just like you remember all the times that you've thrown up because you've drank so much, and you use your stomach muscles to like, and your body's muscles push that thing right out. It steps back like, and then you attack it.
I'm gonna stab it. I'm gonna poke it real hard.
All right, so I'm gonna give you since you're in the room, I'm gonna give you a +2 to your hack and slash because your crimson cleaver becomes not just a gold color, it becomes like burnished gold. Like there's more light reflecting off of it, as it seems like it becomes stronger. So I'm gonna give you +2 to your hack and slash.
Okay. So that's a 10 then.
Oh.
Just because of the 2.
Man. All right. Do you deal your damage to avoid their attack, or do you do an extra d6 to put yourself in danger?
Considering the potential risks presented here already, I'm just gonna deal my damage.
Okay.
That's a 13.
Well, that rolled better with 2 dice than you did when you had 3 dice.
I know. That's happened to me before with other systems. It's weird.
That was Raxul, the Void Demon?
Yep.
13 minus his 4 armor is still going to be 9.
9.
That's no big deal. It just puts him at -5. So as the Crimson Cleaver becomes stronger and this guy is going to move off the map now, tell us what this looks like.
I think at this point, Rudiger is actually a little stunned at what the fuck is going on. Because he's not used to the cleaver glowing this way or being this powerful. He like, as this guy's like reaching into him, he like shifts hands with the cleaver. And he grabs the shit with his right hand. He's like, he pulls it out, holds it up, and he just shanks the dude right through the middle, probably like most of his torso. There's this giant hole now, and he just keeps pushing and pushing, grabbing the cleaver with both hands, and the light of the sword just kind of like glows brighter and brighter, and sort of like a circle with an X through it appears in the sword, and guy just fucking explodes, and the light just pulsates off of it for a moment.
All right, that's excellent. gooey black bits of the ooze that remain all over or whatever slowly start to kind of melt away. Just like in video games when the bodies kind of melt away and disappear because they can't have that much stuff on screen or else it'll stall your system. You know?
Sure, yeah.
It just kind of like the globules kind of just dissolve and kind of just drip and are gone. Nice work. Nice work.
I turn towards Sarsis.
Okay. And she goes, "Don't scare me, big boy. I'm doing you a favor."
Oh, you should be scared, honey, because I play real rough.
She goes, "Ask Uncle how rough I play, especially when I'm playing. He's had me up and down in 6 ways from Sunday."
Well, I just got one way for you. And he just like grabs his sword and points it right at her. Yeah, I think we can go ahead and switch on to someone else.
As you get ready, okay. Anyone else? Because I got to move, if nothing else.
Yeah, 2 potential moves. First, I'd like to use my bardic lore on the item that they're about to shatter.
And what was your bardic lore about? It's Wonders of the World?
Grand histories of the known world. When you first encounter an important creature, location, or item by the bardic lore, GM has to ask any question about it.
What's your question about it?
If this thing, and this is going to sound real stupid, but you just have to bear with me. If this thing shatters, is this going to benefit me, or is this going to be bad for me, or us, or people in general?
It depends on how you look at it. I guess you want to ask what will happen when it shatters?
Yeah.
Because it is how the city has reigned in its power to build the high magic city that it is. Like you know how they run everything with magic? Like they run the damn faucets and the toilets with magic, right? Like everything, it's like it's the main generator for the entire city. It's like the power source. So it's like cutting off the electricity and power in this entire metropolis. Also, the hold on the demons, which is usually through tattoos, jewelry, like bracelets, necklaces, or other means. So it's potentially
would they
going
roam
to
free then, just willy nilly?
What's that?
What would happen? Would they just be able to roam free?
Yeah, they're not enslaved to their masters anymore.
Okay.
Which depends on how you look at demon kind yourself, right? And if you feel that it's unfair to them. But it also is going to damage the city's powers. Like maybe not all the lights will go off, but it's the focus and the harness of basically drawing up a well of energy from the essence of a dead god up to where they can use it and do what they want with it.
Okay. What's the name of this lady right here? I just pinged her on the map.
Sarsis?
Yes. I want to use it goes to 11 on Sarsis.
Read the power again and tell us what it's about, because I don't... Yeah.
When you unleash a crazed performance, choose a target who can hear you and roll charisma. On a 10+, that target attacks their nearest ally in range. On a 7 to 9, the target attacks their nearest ally, but I draw their attention and ire. So I want to cast it on her because if Thunkel is an ally, she's going to attack him and is going to answer my question. If she attacks the paper creature, then that tells me that Thunkel is not an ally.
Oh, I see.
Also, I'm still on the fence about Thunkel, so I don't necessarily want to cast anything on him.
Nope, that's fair. That's fair.
So, all right, fingers crossed. That's an 11.
Oh, shoot. So, okay, so choose a target, hear you, and roll plus text their nearest ally in range.
So, if you want to determine if Thunkel is an ally, I can roleplay how this goes out.
Tell us what your crazed performance looks like, and then I'll tell you what happens.
Let's see here. Area kind of turns from like playing just a general tune to kind of like looking at Sarsis and then starting to play like this really kind of warped, kind of confusing melody. There's not a lot of harmony. It's kind of confusing. It's kind of disorienting. And I'm constantly looking at her. I don't know if you we can have her even. We can even say she kind of matches. Like we exchange a glance.
Oh, you can draw her attention for sure.
And we kind of lock. And as I'm playing this confusing melody, and then from the left, from the left shoulder, comes like this red aura that kind of within that aura, it's like again like fairies and pixies, but they're like daredevil, kind of confusing, kind of wispy.
Okay.
And then once it reaches up to his fingers, it shoots off and hits her and kind of envelops her, and after a while just kind of dissipates.
Okay. That's perfect. Like you lock eyes at one point, and then she's like looking at you, and then she's like, no. And her voice gets really, really deep for a minute, and then these things are swarming her, and she's like, no. And then so she's like looks at Thunkel, and then she like throws her hand forward, but it's actually it's more like off to the side, and she blasts the paper demon, and like the paper swirls and it hits the ground, and it temporarily subdues for a second, like dampening this demon's effects, and it pushes it back as she attacks it. How long does she attack it for? Does it say?
Just says target attacks their nearest ally in range.
Okay. I'll determine that then until I guess there's a bad roll or something. You guys are rolling like crazy, which...
Yeah, I think I'm done for the night.
Can you roll... Dem, can you roll 2d10 plus 4?
Uh-oh.
Twice? Just hit up on the arrow key and you can do it again right away. What'd you roll? A 19?
If we're going with the highest, yes.
Alright, and 19 minus 4. That'd still be 15. Wow. She turns in this thing kind of like... It kind of manifests, and it's got like globs of ink from spilled ink pens that was been swirling on it, like as eyes, and it like the eye, it like shapes like the eyes like widen, the globs get wider, like it looks like it's in surprise as she turns on it, and you have an idea that maybe their battle's been a ruse this whole time, and she like she lashes out at it. Basically what happens is she like raises her hands up. She does this, and it slams against the wall, and then these spikes burst out of the wall and pierce all the different pieces of paper and books that makes up its essence. So these nasty looking obsidian icicles like pierce out of the wall where it slams up against. Svensson's like, what the hell is going on? What in the damn hell is going on here?
So is that just damage, or did it kill it?
No, it's not dead. Nope.
Okay.
Both these demons are very tough. The Void Demon was actually probably the weakest. Because one is the demon of one of the chairs that guards the highest level, and the other is the Queen of Demons. So, they're kind of important. They're kind of big players here. What happens next, guys?
I go and nuke Svensson while I've got this little bonus going on.
You take it. What do you do?
Another magic missile.
All right. Int with an extra +3. You need to roll Snake Eyes. Let's just see it happen.
That'd be great.
Call Snake Eyes right now.
10.
Okay, do you maximize it or are you just rolling the dice?
I'm just rolling it.
All right.
Let's see. Do I maximize? Yeah, I'm just going to maximize the effect.
So you're going to do 8 points on Svensson?
Yep.
Okay, let me make sure. Because I forgot to do his armor the one time. So it would be 8 points minus his armor. Tough guy. So, in between the 7 to 9 category, what choices be you taken of those 3?
I'm going to drop a spell. The spell I'm going to drop is invisibility.
Well, you have to lose the spell that you were casting.
Oh, shoot, that's right.
So I don't know if you want to lose your best offensive spell, but it's up to you.
No, definitely not. I'll take unwanted attention.
Unwanted attention. Okay,
It's
so
unwanted, but I keep going for it. I'm just asking for it.
I know. Svensson just another like dirty snowball of magic missile energy goes and strikes him, and he's like, "No, get that guy!" And like it like hits him right here as he throws his arm up in defense, and he's just like, "Oh," and his arm is barely hanging on. He's like, "Arya, forget the demon for a second. Take off Dunkel. Take off Dunkel right now."
Can I get another shot off?
Hold on a second. That's
All
still,
right.
that's just what he's saying. That's not necessarily drawing the unwanted attention. Yeah. So I think
Arya will shoot him.
You look so excited about it.
And I'll probably take a penalty here.
hold on. These guys charge in. Oh, not her. These guys charge in.
Well, that's going to make it difficult for me.
To his order to uphold the law. Well, he's screaming at everybody. He's like, get Thunkel, get him now. So it's not just you. But he just almost had his, like, I'm just going to say that he blew his left arm off. That's not hanging there. Like, his arm is just, he holds it up to defend himself, like Randall Thor style from the Wheel of Time. When one of the Forsaken throws a fireball at him, it's kind of like that, but he throws his arm up, and it just gets, like, hits it right here by the elbow, and just blasts it off, and he's just screaming. He's like, no, let me do it, let me do it. Oh, and, oh wait, this would be better. By the stump, he's like, get him, get him. Thunkel, can you roll 68?
I can.
I almost feel like that's too many. Nope.
15.
How many hit points do you start out with?
14.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They just come in and just train.
So I don't get a defense? I don't get a defy danger?
They you draw unwanted attention. They came in and they all stabbed you. Nope, you're not friends with Sarsis necessarily. Well, you kind of are, but you're kind of not. It's a weird relationship.
It's weird. It's complicated.
Yep, and they come in and they all like just start attacking and stabbing. You can defy danger. Let's see, but that's what I want to do. I should have stuck with this other thing. In 1 second, guys. Thanks for being patient. Wait, what? I don't think that the... Nope. All right. Doesn't matter. You fall down again.
All right.
But you get back. I fall down. I get up again. Or I get knocked down. I did it wrong. Damn it.
Yeah.
Tough thumping. All right. Immediately roll 2d6 for me.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay. Super dead.
Super dead. I don't know what to do for you this time, buddy. Do you still have your 2 armor with a spell prepared? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, shit, I did. I'd have 1 point left. Thank you for remembering.
Okay. Negate
All right.
that last roll.
Okay.
Quit doing this to me, Thad. Gosh.
Well, I didn't die.
I know. I don't... All right. I'm going to be right back because I have to use the restroom. You guys free talk about what's going to happen and what's been happening. Entertain the audience. I'll be right back after I go out and throw up real quick. I didn't mute that. Whoops. All right.
Well, that's hilarious.
It's been an entertaining night so far.
I have
How many times can we kill Thunkle?
This will be number 3 for you this entire series.
It is. This is my third time playing. Well, technically, I have 1 hit point left.
So yeah, you're at 2, but
Yeah.
still.
Still, I'm really close. I'm sure we can do it.
It's counting up, yeah.
Yeah. See if I can defy this last one. I don't know. I'm not
If
sure.
you do, I'm killing you.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. Even if I live, you're going to kill me.
On the plus side, you might just keep coming back.
Yeah. Luke feels bad enough for me.
It'll be like that.
You just become a permanent fixture of the tower.
That's it. I become the ghost.
Yeah, you inhabit one of these gargoyles here.
Don't say it with Luke around. He'll do it.
Mm.
My soul will go into reforming this crystal ball from hell.
I gotta say, I have no questions now. I think my bond with Thunkle is fulfilled.
What's that? You don't trust me?
I'm not sure whether you're friend or foe.
You definitely aren't sure. That's true.
Okay. I'm back.
All right.
What were people saying in chat? Oh, teacup flatter. Yeah, I know. Whatever, Kurt. I did as best I could for as long as I could. Teresa said, I want to see Rudiger just cleave Thunkle. I think that would be the end.
Thanks.
Kurt
Thanks.
says that would be amazing.
Quite possibly. It might happen.
It's real close. It's real close.
You know what, though? Thunkle, well, I don't know if Rudiger paid attention to what's going on, but however, what happens next? Thunkle, you got surrounded. You are surrounded. Sars,
Yep.
The demon seems to be recovering from the wall, pulling himself on the spikes.
Yep.
I think I see kind of like this thing where they're kind of lining up. Rudiger, you just are recovered from the slash net thing. You see Thunkle's being stabbed. I don't think you've seen necessarily all the magic missile stuff going on, but that's up to you. Area, you watched another ball of magic hit him.
So when we come around to it, I'll probably try to cast Arcane Arc on him again. But
Yeah,
we can go to-
Svensson hasn't used his 1d4 from last time, but whoever says they want to go or do something can, or else I'll make a move. And that's fine with me.
I am trying to... I'm just going to barrel through these fucking dudes and attack... what's her fuck? Sarsis, because I already know that these guys aren't a challenge for me.
Are you actually going to try to go cut right through them or just go around them?
I'm just going to barrel through them.
Okay. Can you defy me some danger by powering through with your strength?
Absolutely.
They're stabbing your boy Thunkle, which I'm not sure what you think of Thunkle, because you said you were kind of on the fence with him, right?
Well, I didn't know for certain that he had like dealings with demons, but now I know for sure. Like he came into this room and now there's a bunch of demons here. He has to have something to do with it.
Yeah, and she did say she was doing stuff with him, but she is a demon and they do lie,
That's true.
So anyway, okay, that's fine. All right.
That's a natural 11.
You guys can't roll crappy, except for when you're trying to do your last breath move. Then yes, then.
Terrible.
But you're not supposed to do it either time. So good thing for you. All right, so you power through. That you just wanted to you wanted to shoulder your way through them.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you probably I see at least 2 guys get kind of bowled out of the way, right?
Sure.
They're just you just kind of smash into them and they go sprawling over here as you run to her. If you are attacking, you may do a hack and slash with a +2.
Absolutely.
She's like, "Come on, little man."
That's a 9.
Ooh. Okay. Deal your damage, sir.
Yep. My damage is pretty shit. 3.
3.
3.
That's not good.
Yeah.
But you have piercing, right?
I do have piercing 2.
Okay, so 2 have to go through her armor. So only 2 do go through her armor. And it comes down, and there's this huge cleaver comes down, and she catches it with one hand, and it sinks into her hand a little bit. But you're amazed at her strength. Maybe you're amazed, maybe you're not. He just comes down and the cleaver hits like this, and she's holding it. She's like, "Oh, I'm sure this is just a warm-up swing. It's nothing very serious, right? You're gonna try harder next time."
Honey, I'm gonna give you the full package. I'm gonna just retract my blade and stand ready for another one.
She goes, "If you stop fighting and become friends, you can have anything you want."
Well, I want you dead, bitch.
She goes, "I'll give you everything." He goes, "You help me defeat this and defeat all these guys I don't like. I'll give you everything in the treasury."
He stops and thinks for a moment. Then he's like, "Nah, you a demon. You gotta die."
Okay. So she's like, "Very well then, very well." And she floats back, and she raises her hands like this. She's like, "Come to me, my little servants." And I have to go to another level here. I'll be right back, guys. All right, map background. Okay, so what? I can't grab more than one. Okay, 1 second. Thanks for your patience. So she floats back like this, and using one of her she just come to me, and 4 of the gargoyle statues that aren't smashed, they actually they move, and their eyes begin to glow bright red like hers, and they break out of their stone, whatever, right?
What did I tell you, Thunkle?
Those gargoyles? Yeah.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah. We were having a discussion about where Thunkle's soul is going to end up if he keeps dying like this. And I was like, there are these gargoyles around the room. You're probably going to be shoved into one of those at some point.
Well, she definitely shoved something into some of these, and right?
Yep.
And they come at you, bro.
Okay.
Let me go find gargoyles. I just didn't copy paste them, but they are in here. Twisted experiments. Nope. Lower depths. Nope. Plainier towers. Good thing they're in alphabetical order. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Dark woods. Nope. They do start with a G, right? Where are these things?
Generally.
There we are. All right. Can you roll 46?
46. I'm building another character, guys.
This became super complex, but they have
Awesome.
they have no piercing.
Okay. So 11 then.
Yep. So, Area. You watch it come in. He bowls through a couple guys. He swings at her and hurts her a little bit. And then some of these gargoyle statues swarm down and just they're gargoyles. They're still made of stone. And they just come in and they just bash their bodies into Rudiger.
I'm down to 8.
He gets bludgeoned even inside his armor,
Yeah, they're probably denting the fuck out of it. You hear a bunch of metal scraping.
I should have made them monkey gargoyles. That way, then when they throw feces, they're actually throwing pebbles.
Jesus.
Sorry.
I don't want to get hit with shit rocks.
If I want to put that in my title, that's what I totally name this YouTube video. Well, we're not getting hit with shit rocks. Anyway, sorry, my bad. What happens next? There's all kinds of bad stuff. I cannot foresee the badness that's happening.
All right, so Ariel sees all that, and
Kareen's like, holy crap, what do I do?
he turns to Kareen's like, Kareen, can you help him?
Rudiger?
Points to, no, not Rudiger. What's his face?
Svensson.
She gets close to you. In all the chaos, there's a lot of noise and a lot of magic, and like Svensson's like still screaming and like holding his arm, so he's not really paying attention. She's like, "Who would you rather keep alive, Rudiger or Svensson?"
Rudiger doesn't want me interfering in his battles.
I'm not. It's not interfering when I help. We've already discussed this.
All right, then you go help Rudiger. I'll take care of this guy, or at least try to.
Can do it.
And so I will cast arcane art on. Can you put it in the chat again?
His name?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I keep. Yeah.
Why don't you put it in Zoom chat and just send it to me privately? So I'll...
Here, I'll put his name on his name tag here. I should have done that already. My bad.
Sorry.
There it is.
Yeah, I'll try to cast arcane art on Sven. Something along the tunes of like, what the hell is your beef with Dunkel? Not even like.
We used to be brothers. As far as mages and wizards go. And he turned his back on us. All right.
So I rolled a 14.
So you do it with flying colors.
Yep.
What do you give this guy?
1 hit point.
He's so frustrated and the magic's so crazy. It just doesn't work as well as it should, right?
And we'll give him the next time someone successfully assists the target with aid, they get a +2 instead of +1. Or that's if we cannot do another 1d4 forward to damage.
I'll allow it.
All right, so that'll be 2d4 forward to damage.
I think it would be. I don't know if it would stack. I guess I would let the character choose at that time. If he does something, he can stack it or not. But that's a hell of a wallop.
As opposed to.
Or individually from 2 different attacks, right?
Oh, okay.
Yep. But I would like to roll a dice on that.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Thunkel, maybe Rudiger sees, he's not really paying attention, but Thunkel, you see Kareen like step, and I don't remember what instrument I think it says. Did she have a harp? Did I say that originally? Well,
She has a flute in the picture.
okay. I originally, let's say a flute. She pulls out a flute, and she starts playing, like she plays a little, and actually, I didn't have her doing her magic with an instrument, though. I had her doing it with song. So she starts to sing a song, and you see her, and you're like, all right, she's getting ready to heal. But I don't know, you try to draw her attention. She looks like she's focused on Rudiger. I just want to show that she's doing that, right? And so Rudiger, you will get 8 hit points back. She's like, ah, and like you can see like the air wave, like it's hot again, right? And it like hits Rudiger, and he's in the midst, and he starts to patch up. But she's there, and that's when I'm just bringing it to your memory that she does heal.
I'm not entirely sure she can see me. I'm on the floor, but I'd like to.
You're still at 1 hit point. You're still standing if you.
Well, all the same, I'm going to hunker down.
Okay.
I'm going to take advantage of Rudiger disrupting the line of guards who just stabbed me like Brutus. And take a little bit of shelter. I want to take 2 of my healing potions out and then either drink them or smash them on myself.
You can drink them both.
You heal 1 damage from each and take 4 damage from each, smashing them as the
As the glass cuts you.
I get a wicked infection from it.
Yep.
All right. How much are they each?
I think they both do 10 hit points.
They both do 10?
I believe so.
Oh. In that case, I'm just going to take 1. I thought they were like D8s or something.
We'll look it up. I believe, if I remember correctly, they are straight. Let me go down to... weapons.
Healing potions work on like liches?
It's got to heal the corpse, right? I don't know.
It heals the body they're in. Yep, it's straight 10 damage or remove 1 debility, your choice.
I'll just take the straight 10 hit points. I'm not going to use both.
So what I'm going to have you do is defy danger with your dexterity, because you need to get out of the way in order to get like under, maybe like get under the table or on top of the table to get away from the guards so that you can drink the potion, right?
Okay, I'm going to get under the table.
Okay. So defy danger dex, please.
No, not really.
Okay, mark your experience, and you
Yep.
you still take the potion. You still drink it.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can do what I want, right? Whatever. I'll do what I want. This is what happens. You take it, and you get under the. You don't get under the table.
Yeah.
You start to back up, and you hit the edge of the table, and one of the guards steps forward, and like goes to like stab you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're fidgeting around, and he ends up hitting you, and you fall backwards up over like the spikes that came out of the chair and hit are still there. So you go up one of the spikes, and like smash into the crystal ball yourself.
Great.
So roll a d4 damage.
Okay.
That's for yourself.
2.
All right. And then roll another d4 damage for the crystal.
4.
All right. You fall. He like goes to stab you and ends up shield bashing you, and you fall, and you kind of fall upwards on the spike because they're going at an upward angle, and you come on your back, your noggin hits the crystal orb. You're like, and for a second, you just like as you hit it, and the thing finishes spiderwebbing, it cracks and it breaks. And
all right.
You feel all of the energy and magic of the entire world, just like like it's almost like radioactive, radicals or whatever, just blast through your head, and the crystal ball is broken, shatters. A swirl of rainbow magic blasts through Thunkel's head and swirls around the room, and just kind of like in a mushroom cloud of Roy G. Biv just goes everywhere, making all kinds of colors of combinations of colors you've never even heard of before, bouncing like rays off the room. And then they all kind of hit together, and when all light is together, it forms the color of white or light. That is what light is, right? It's all colors together, unrefracted, and everybody's just like it's blinding, and just and the room is dark and black for a second, and then the lights or whatever's lighting this chamber, the emergency red lights, that are on when the power goes out, those click on, and everybody is just kind of like floored, physically or metaphorically. Thunkel, you're laying there with your head on broken glass. The Marung guards are kind of like, what? What happened? Kareen's like, oh, my eyes. Rudiger, like the gargoyles temporarily like got thrown off you, right? And they're, maybe across the room over here. And Svenfin and Arya, you just like you saw like a wave of white come down and just evaporate you and all the same stuff. And then just these red emergency lights come on. Maybe they're not red, but it's just low light now through the chamber.
What if instead of like red emergency lights, it's remnants of the magic that's kind of illuminating?
Bits of burning magic here and there.
I like it. Kind of like a 70s Technicolor rainbowy shit.
You just see like little particles and breaks in reality here and there.
Ooh, breaks in reality too. The void eking out. I just played some Dishonored yesterday, so I'm all about the void stuff apparently at the moment. By the way, Death of the Outsider is complete. Not this Outsider, not Rudiger Sean here, but anyways, DLC. We'll talk about it later. So that's where you guys are at, and you hear Sarsis go, Thunko, obligations are met. Thank you. And the 4 gargoyles, I think, they just dropped to the ground and smashed into pieces. Let's see here.
Well, then in that case, I'm going straight for her throat.
Well, she says that like obligation met, and she also as they drop to the ground and smash, she's gone.
Is this other one still here?
It is. It like you hear Svenfin next to you, Ari's like, uh-oh. I don't have control of let me see his name. It's like however you guys would pronounce this word. Garabalu?
Garbalau.
Garbalau? Much better. Baloo! Garbalau. He's like, uh-oh. I'm not connected with Garbalau anymore.
Jumping over the table, slashing at him.
All right.
Area kind of looks over to
Svensson?
Svenfin. I keep wanting to say Sven. That's why I get thrown off.
I don't care if you do.
And I'm like, you know, it might actually not be a problem.
Well, man, I'm just missing all these chat things. I want to come back to it. I'm reading as best I can, chat. All right, so the magic is gone, so there's no more enhancement for magic on your weapons. The Crimson Cleaver is still, I think, maybe glowing a little gold, not as bright, but you can go ahead and hack and slash this guy.
Okay. That's an 11.
Damn, son. Putting yourself in a position of trouble, or just doing the roll? Just doing the roll.
For 4.
Wow, that's both of your dice?
Yep. Pretty sure.
Right.
Yeah, 1d10 plus 1d4.
You do.
I just rolled a 1 on the 1d10.
You do no damage to him as you go through the books and papers. They just get thrown aside and then they immediately reform and come right back. Who's next? All right, so okay, let's see. Thunkel, you're still kind of up on the table there. The guards don't know what to do. Svensson's like got one arm missing, and he's like, I don't have control of my demon. Arya, I don't have control of my demon. We just, I don't believe they broke the god rod. Oh gosh. He goes, the whole city's gonna get torn apart, and they're in the middle of drunken revelry right now. The entire city. He's like, everybody's gonna be massacred. Everybody's gonna be massacred. And he takes a couple steps back towards the portal. The teleporter's like, can't stay. We gotta get out of here.
I turned my bow on him.
Oh, you do?
I said, you made a deal.
He goes, deal? You're free. Whatever. Free to go. I gotta save my people.
No. How do we get out of here?
He goes, I don't know. Use Thunkel to transfer you out
Then
or something.
You're my key. I don't know if I can trust Thunkel right now. The deal was we get out of here with no issues. Getting out of there is getting teleported out of here.
He goes, you caused enough issues. You started all this. Take care of it yourself. And he steps back onto the teleporter and begins to try to use it. Fire that. Go ahead. Volley of arrows, man.
9.
Okay. You have to move to get a shot placing you in danger. My choice. Take negative 1d6 damage or reduce your ammo by 1.
I'll reduce my ammo by 1.
Because you have all that extra elven ammo that went with your regular, right?
Yes, I now have 6 ammo.
Okay, so roll your damage.
2.
2. Okay. He absorbs a little bit of that. Let's see. Okay. You shoot him once in the other arm. He's like, He goes, there's plenty of things here. Go to the treasure room and find the Ring of Shadows. Who cares? Just don't die of the traps. And he starts to conjure with his one hand that's left. He's like, and he's leaving his guards too. Like his guards don't know what the hell's going on. Thunkel, you're picking yourself up at the table. Rudiger's fighting with this other demon. And this guy's trying to conjure and cast his way out of there. What happens next? Crazy stuff.
Magic missile.
Okay. At him? At Sven?
At him.
I mean, your contract, she said obligation met, so, but
yeah.
You don't care, do you?
I don't have a strong care because I need him out of my way now. He's not doing me any favors. Not like he can arrest me at this point, I guess.
All right. There's no boost to magic because the crystal's gone.
Fine.
But go ahead and your plus int.
9.
Oh. Tell me which of those three.
Oh, jeez. I really hate this game.
It doesn't take much to give you impossible choices, doesn't it?
Not really. I'll take the -1 to ongoing.
Okay, until you have a chance to prepare your spells again.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what though? I mean, you had all the power of this essence of this god. You can't even remember what you knew. All the knowledge of the universe for just a moment, and then it was gone. And with it really, really drained you. It really made you tired. And you're just a little bit out of it as you're casting the spell. But you still cast the spell, and you still roll your 2d4 as you strike him with this magic missile.
Right. 7.
Nice work. Nice work, Dad. Uncle. Sorry.
I
7?
assume I take that as stunned, correct?
What's that?
I'm stunned. Is that the plan?
No, you don't have to do any disabilities or anything.
Okay.
You just take -1 ongoing when you roll to cast spells.
Okay.
So if you rolled like that when you cast that spell and you rolled like a 10, it would be a 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You blast him hard in the head, and he loses another 2 eyes on the left side of his head as he just gets hit with this dirty energy, with an arrow sticking out of him and his left arm gone and one of his eyes already popped. He's like, no, I want the chair of Hong. It's not too late. Stop. Give whatever that demon's name is, and just help me. Grab-a-low. You're muted. That's fine.
Garblow.
Grab-a-low.
So Svenfin was imploring me to stop attacking him.
Yep.
Okay. I'll stop. Take your guards with you.
So he's starting to teleport out, and he just screams at you to stop. Arya just shot him. You just shot him. Rudiger's in the fight with this demon. I don't know, Arya. What do you think when you hear this? Because you could throw a parlay in there if you wanted to try to parlay, but I want to hear you guys banter for a second.
Can you recap what gives me an option for parlay?
I was talking to Thunko. He could try to parlay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can definitely parlay.
What's your leverage? I won't
I'll kill him.
Okay. Roll plus charisma.
5. He doesn't believe me.
Oh, shit. He's like, as soon as I turn my back on you, you'll just have at it. You'll just take me down. And he uses that opportunity, that 5, to zap out of there.
All right. Good enough for me.
He's like, too bad. And Era, as you're loading your bow again, he's gone.
What's this over here?
That's Kareen?
That's Crane? Okay.
Oops, that's the door.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with him gone, I guess I'll just kind of come right up there.
You know what? This thing can become part of the map. There we go. She's like, I guess the group's back together again. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, the gang's all here.
He kind of leans over. He's like, "We're gonna make so much money off telling this story."
Isn't there a paper demon still here?
Yes.
Oh yeah, one that I'm fighting. Yeah.
Just saying. Unless he decides to disappear because his target's gone, but.
I like that. She's like, a duet if you wish. Kareen says to you.
That might work. Yeah.
I sing
especially
baritone, you sing alto.
Yep, I do have a great opera voice.
Many ranges.
Many ranges.
Yeah, this
is going to be a story for those towns that just farming communities don't have any action in them. Oh man, we're going to make a killing.
Mm-hmm. Take all their money and have fame and glory and power. But first, let's get out of here live and maybe get that machine. And I'm interested to know what treasures are here, but I'm following you.
I did learn something pretty neat that might get us out of here. Yeah, Rediger's got it.
We just walk away.
Kareen's like, do you need help, Funkel?
I'm all right, but I gesture to the moron kind of menacingly. You lot, onto the transporter.
Okay. So Rudiger's still fighting this demon.
Yeah.
no one's
He's good.
no one's helping him. That's fine. But are you trying to parlay or intimidate in some way these guys to get moving? You can try to defy. You can try to parlay with them, or you can try to defy danger and the fact that you're gonna command them. Either way, it's charisma, right?
If he's gonna do a parlay to get them to leave, I'll assist that.
Okay, let's look at assisting here. Where do those special moves go? Ah, crap. Hold on one second.
Bond.
Spot lower, hack and slash value, aid or interfere. You want to aid him?
Yeah.
You can roll plus bond with them.
I don't know what that is.
So you roll 2d6 plus how many bonds you have with him, which I'm assuming is just one.
So 2d6 plus 1?
Yep. You went a little low too. Okay, so on a 10 plus, you give them a +1 or a -2 to their roll, your choice. On a 7 to 9, they still get the modifier, but you also expose yourself to danger, retribution, or cost. So it depends on how his roll goes. But do you want to give him the +1?
Yeah, because Area, whatever he says, Area's going to basically be like, yeah, you're probably going to want to get out of here.
Okay, so are you going to parlay with them, Thunkel?
Yeah. It'll be charisma either way.
What's your leverage?
My leverage? Well, the leverage is that it's this. How many guards are there still? 6?
Mm-hmm.
Versus the Vagabonds, who just destroyed the orb, defeated at least 2 demons, chased off their master, and we're the Vagabonds.
I don't know if I want this whole trail of events tagging me, because that puts me as the fault of all this.
Not necessarily.
I'm more using the.
I get what you're saying, but I'm just thinking, like, wait a second, this is going to ruin my reputation outside of all this.
You're going to be singing the song. All right, well, whatever.
Okay, take the +1 to your roll as you say that. You say we're the Vagabonds, blah blah blah, and also we're the Vagabonds, and they're like, you're right. That 11. Wow. All right, they're gonna ask you on a hit. They'll ask you something, and do it if you make a promise first. They're like, you're gonna leave us alone. Will you? They're like, Thunkel. All right. Sorry, we stabbed you. No. The one guy's like, all right, we'll go to the teleport. You're gonna get us safely out of the tower.
I will drop each of you safely on the teleport pad at the base of the tower. Sorry, on the second floor of the tower. It'll take you a little bit of time to get out of there, but no harm will come to you.
All right, we agree.
All right.
They back off and go out.
I walk him down there. I assume I have to operate the teleporter?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And you follow them out?
Yep. I follow them out.
And Rudiger's just like hacking and slashing over here like, let's go back to him.
Yeah.
Straight to the hack and slash. Are you doing your roll straight up? You're muted.
You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Just chopping away at this thing. 10 for 9 damage.
It's 10?
It's a 10 for 9 damage.
Oh, jeez. You said it, and I'm just like, meow. All right. The creature's in big trouble. So you do it with no retribution, and you hack and slash into it. And it's like, it steps back, it floats back a little bit, and it forms, and it looks at the 2 people at the door, and you, and everything else is free, and you can tell it's getting ready to take off out of here. What do you guys do? Now I'm going to leave Thunk off to the side, so that's between Arya, Kareen, and Rudiger.
I'm going to try and impale it like I do with everything.
Go again.
I'll try to, and I'll draw my bow and try to fire at it.
Okay, you can do volley and hack and slash.
That's another 10.
13.
13.
Wow.
For 11.
And 1!
You know what?
I got his ear!
This no, that's fine. This is perfect. This is gonna do it. This is going to take it out. So why don't you guys collaboratively together tell us how Rudiger and Arya work together, not interfering, but just like I want to see the teamwork.
Well, so we'll
Yeah,
Working
I'll do it this
together.
way. So,
I know this. I mean, Arya said I'm not going to interfere, but he's whatever.
no, I got an idea. Arya draws his bow back and just waits because he knows that Rudiger's probably going to hit again. And
Yeah, I try to swipe at it, bring it around, swing again, and then from the retracted state, just push forward and impale it and lift it up. Probably
then,
about like 5 feet off the ground.
are you lifting it straight up?
I'm like, vroom, vroom.
Okay. Arya releases and it skewers the toe and it shoots right off. Can't hear you.
Rudiger looks over.
You shoot the toe off. Is that what you said?
Yes, because
Okay.
I did 1 damage. So.
Okay.
Rudiger looks over and he's like, "Ah!" He just like bashes it with the flat side of a sword into a wall, and he just fucking steps over the fucking table, and he starts rushing at Arya.
Oh no.
So I have to ask this question.
Yep.
Was he dead with the 11 points of damage?
Oh yes.
Then Arya did not interfere because he was already dead after the damage was inflicted.
I mean, you rip up through like 13 books and 12, like 3 stacks of paper, and rips it up through, and this thing like in its human form starts to fall apart. And there's like,
Well, that's right. It's a creature, so not the toe. We'll have it. I was thinking it was.
I mean, it's something made out of office supplies that would have acted as its foot.
Okay,
You
then
tell
how about
me.
a sheet of paper?
Yeah, there's like a sheet of paper that's like curled, and you shoot through both sides and pin it to the wall.
Yes. But he shot it. He deliberately waited until the thing was dead before he shot.
You guys play that out. I'm just telling you what.
I like to imagine that as soon as Rudiger charges, we see a pan to the sheet of paper, and it's like a Cain and Abel type story.
Cain and Abel? In what way?
Like brother just being wrathful to his brother. And,
Are you about to be Cain and go? Are you about to Cain on his ableness?
I might.
You guys do what you're gonna do.
He rushes forward and grabs him by the neck, or at least attempts to grab him by the neck and lift him up off his feet.
I'm gonna ask to use the shoot first.
Okay.
When an enemy would get the drop on you, you get to act first instead, since I am getting attacked.
Okay.
All right, well, let me ask, Rudiger, are you actually going to try to hurt him? Or are you just like...
From Arya's perspective, though.
That's true.
Sure.
That's true.
Right now, I'm trying to lift him up off his feet and put the fear of God into him.
All right, well, I guess I'm going to make it fair that Arya would shoot. And
Okay.
and to do so, like, the player versus player, gosh. I think it's just going to be straight up 2d6. Because you don't have AC. If it's PvP, you guys both roll as straight up 2d6.
All right.
Because there's not really rules for player versus player. Because you guys are supposed to be an awesome team that have shattered.
So 2d6.
Yep. Oh boy. Oh, by 1. I think you might fire an arrow into his armor, but I don't think it penetrates enough to hurt him. But you're swift and fast. Right?
Well, and the way I wanted to kind of do the spell is I actually don't fire at him.
Oh, okay. You tell me.
So when Rudiger goes to kind of like grab and choke him, suddenly kind of like a shard of gold kind of like encapsulates the front of him, kind of resembling a shield. And Rudiger kind of smashes the shield as opposed to hitting me, which we can say knocks me back because the magic was kind of tied to me. But instead of it being I attack him, actually, it's just the magic defends me. And
you shoot him how? Or you?
It's the hit to the shield that hurts him.
What shield? Your shield?
Yes.
Like a.
Am I explaining this incorrectly?
Do you have a shield that you have?
It's the magic. So, because if I'm protected by shoot first, it's actually the magic that's protecting me.
Okay. To soften the blow.
Right. Yeah. So if he still hits me, then it hits me. But
you draw it first, yeah, and you're just like, all right, and your magic kind of like hits a buffer, and he's like, he has to push his way through right over to grab you and lift you up. And as he does that, like Kareen, who's like, you had different relationship opinions of both of you at this point. Like Rudiger like lifts you up, no problem. And she's just like, no, guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? We just won. So Rudiger, you can do what you want, but she's like she's small, right? And she's just like grabbing your arm and trying to grab Arya. And she's like, stop. And so she's screaming, doing that. What happens?
I look at Kareen and I note that she's helped me a couple of times and fixed my wrist. I look at him and I say, she just bought you an hour. Then I look past him and I see Thunkel looking more and more like a demon himself. And I just fucking throw area probably like here or so. And I start charging towards Thunkel.
He doesn't, well, I don't know. I think Thunkel still looks the same, but maybe you just are like, no, demon. I don't know what you think.
I mean, again, he went into a room, a bunch of demons showed up and started tearing shit up. Now that something's broken and people are freaking out,
okay,
he's going to answer for shit.
All right, I'm going to put you there about there. Okay, all right.
Yep.
We're going to have to end in just man, it took the whole time. Boy, I just don't know who's going to... All right. Thunkel, meanwhile, you got these guys down here. Do you try to actually teleport them out safely?
Oh no, they're all gonna die.
How did we decide how the teleport worked? Was it just making a magic roll? Yes, I think it was.
I think so, yeah. I think it's just an intelligence roll.
What's your intentions here?
So my intention is to drop them in the least comfortable place I can. I have to go transportation site to transportation site. But I want to drop them on a floor where they're not going to be able to get out, so they'll probably just die there.
Wow.
Or drop them maybe I can drop them into one of the transportation pads inside of a cell somewhere. Because I can't just drop them outside a window, right?
If you hack the teleportation, where you can try to, when I said you could interrupt it and put them somewhere else, yeah, you can try to do that.
Okay, I want to try and do that.
So let's do defy danger with your intelligence in the fact that you were acting fast with that.
Can I hinder him?
12. I don't think you'd know my intent unless you want to hinder.
Oh, that's a good point, though. That's a good point. Never mind.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I know how to do this. So now you can cast magic.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think it took a second. I think you had time to do this action, and then Rudiger can come on scene with you.
Yeah, I had enough of a head start. He had to finish killing stuff off. The guys are on the pad.
So you can roll plus int, and we have to take one off the roll because you're ongoing with your magic. Even though it's not one of your spells, it's still magic you're using. The one guy's like, I'm sorry we attacked you, sir, but thank you for doing what you're doing.
No, it's all right. You were doing what you were ordered. And Svensson and I have a very long history that's complicated, as you can tell. But I wish you all a very long and healthy life.
Let's see how you roll first. Go ahead. I can't stop laughing. It's not funny, Lucas. There's lives at stake here.
Yeah.
So that's a 9, huh?
Yeah.
Lives that might be on a stake here soon.
If I can hack it so I can pick the destination, it's about 30 feet to the left. These guys are going on a rocket train to the bottom.
So just outside the tower.
At level 295.
All right. So the spell will go off exactly how you want, but they're
Mm-hmm.
going to realize it and shout a warning out loud to the room. And so Rudiger's going to be able to know that's what you did.
Sure.
Or the spell doesn't go off quite right. Rudiger doesn't know, but they go somewhere you just don't know.
They go right next. They go right right here.
29 feet to the left, and they're still inside the building. Yeah. So they either get to shout a warning, or
You don't know what happens to them. They don't go. They go somewhere.
um,
I mean, it could be
as
anywhere.
long as they're not in this chamber, I don't care where they go.
I can't guarantee that. I'm just giving you the option.
I'd rather them be. Shoot. I want to know. Do I know Rudiger is charging at me?
I don't think so. I
If
mean,
I don't know he's charging at me, then I'm not going to rush the spell. I'd rather them make sure that they go where I want them to go. So they'll get to yell.
okay, so they're square on the teleportation. Oh god. Anyway, sorry. They're on the teleportation. It's a big circular disc like we see, right? And like the magic wall comes up around them, so it's like a tube like of magic coming up. And then the floor begins to like disintegrate into where they're going to go. And all it is it's like they're already 30 feet to the left, right? Below them is the side of the tower on the outside and them looking about 300 feet down to the ground. And they're just like, wait, no, you said you, ah! And they fall. They drop through the chute. You're watching like, no! And they scream as they go down. You have a moment as you're watching to look down, Thunkel, across the city at an angle, and you see demons of all sorts flying and going everywhere. And the festival has been disrupted and people are screaming and being torn apart. Also, you see that the goblins, the types of goblins you fought earlier, have come up over the wall and are swarming in like hordes of ants coming over the walls into the city at the same time.
That's interesting.
They're the gearhead goblins, which I never told you the name.
Yeah.
It's the same mecha goblins that we met with the dragon, the metal dragon at the very beginning. So as these guys fall to their death, and maybe one hits a flying demon and they collide, one hits off the side of the tower and bounces way out, and the other ones fall into the crazy chaos below. You see the goblins swarming in and the demons destroying, and the whole city is burning and falling and being razed to the ground.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then you look back, and that's when Rudiger is coming ahead. And God, I still hate to see you guys fight, but that's where this has come. This is going to be the final thing, and then we have to end it. So I want to see. Thunkel sees this, and he's the only one. And then the portal shuts down, and you turn, and here comes Rudiger. What happens, Rudiger?
Rudiger fucking just charges forward, and there, even the door, from the teleportation, even the door slowly starts to close in, and he just fucking busts right through it, and he's just completely wild out. For probably the first time in your life, you actually see the whites of Rudiger's eyes as he's tunnel vision focused on you, and he's just like, "You damn bastard!" And he just strikes down.
And Kareen is behind, in slow motion, no. Arya's I don't know what he's doing.
Arya's getting out his mandolin.
Okay. But yeah, I think that's Thunkel. We see turn, we hear "you demon bastard," and Rudiger's right there, and the cleaver's coming. We're the camera. We're Rudiger's face, right? And the huge crimson cleaver, shining burnished gold, is coming down at the camera at his face, and then that's where we cut.
All
right.
Sick. You guys are sick. We're all sick. Whatever. All right. Well, I have no idea what's going to happen now. We'll talk about it. We'll see.
We still have yet to go to the other city.
We still have to go and loot the vault.
We might shortcut it because we only have a couple episodes left that we want to do, so we might have to like shortcut some things or whatever. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Well, with the magic disabled, the traps probably don't work. We go into the vault, we take the thing, so we can be on the platform by the beginning of the next thing.
Yeah, we probably need to get out of the city pretty quickly.
Thankfully, we have someone here who can teleport us.
Uh-oh. And see, I think Arya knows that Thunkel's the only guy that can get him out of the floor, yet Rudiger's about to strike strike Thunkel down. It's a big mess. So like everybody will know that it's all in the heat of the moment, right?
But yeah, Arya was also told another potential way to get out of the.
What was that? Sorry.
From what's his face? He said something right before he teleported out.
The Ring of Shadows.
Ring of Shadows in the vault. Watch out for the traps. That's a potential. Howdy.
That's true. I forgot I said that. Ooh, spoilers. Don't worry, Teresa. The traps are next week. Don't worry. We're good.
So we're encouraging that we need to go to the vault.
Yeah, you guys, if you guys just want to, like, if Stunkel survives, you guys want to warp the hell out of there, you can do that. So, anyway, That's it. That's it for our Easter Dungeon World special. Let's do the questions real quick and shoutouts. I know we're going a little past time. I don't want to stop. I'm having so much fun with this. But we have to. We have to bring it to a close. All right. Let's do our end of the session and see if you guys get enough XP to level up. Thunkel levels up and immediately is cut down. All right.
Third time? That'll be my fourth time.
You only died once technically.
Technically one time, right?
But we did play it through. We didn't retroactivate it. We played through that. You did kind of die.
Zero
now you're
hit points like 3 or 4 times in this.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Anybody resolve a bond?
Yeah.
So you can resolve up to 1 bond an episode.
So Arya and Thunkel. Arya is unsure of whether Thunkel is friend or foe, but if it was role played correctly, he is actually friend, because when Arya casts, it goes to 11. If he was a foe to Arya, he would have gotten attacked.
Yeah,
things.
I agree.
Is that correct, Luke?
Yeah. Thunkel was closer technically by the map, but kind of how we envision it, because she was next to Thunkel and not attacking him, but actually attacking the other demon, right? But as we found out, that was the intention, because Thunkel was closer. So if he was a foe to Arya, or in the grand scheme of things, or if she was partnered with, I guess that's the better word. I guess she was allied with them. Yep. And you might not think Thunkel is your BFF or anything, right? But
he's not necessarily a threat to me right now.
You basically discovered from that the Sarsis did not consider Thunkel an ally.
Yeah.
So if, in your eyes, if that means Thunkel maybe was just in some bad crap that, like, sometimes you get yourself in debt and you can't get out of it. Like, you don't know exactly what happened. Thunkel's still your buddy, and he's.
But yeah, Arya was always kind of iffy. Seeing the demon may have answered some questions, and then with that spell, so that's why I think the bond got resolved.
Okay.
And to go with that, I mean, I think you're right that Arya, that Sarsis didn't see me as an ally. With that, I never shot at you guys. Now that the fighting's over, I'm not attacking you guys. I have no recrimination. So for whatever reason, I'm not against you. Otherwise, I'd have been trying to blast your heads off.
Yeah. And we can easily say it's a very good point, considering he was right next to the guy that you kept trying to kill.
A good shot.
So
that's true.
Yes, thank you for not failing those. Thank you, Roll 20, for once you're on my side.
Arya, you only have 2 eyes to lose, not 7. So
yeah.
So Thunkel, you think the bond is resolved on Arya's behalf?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, mark XP and make a new bond. And you don't have to make a new bond right away. We can save that for next time. Anybody else have a bond they think was resolved?
Actually, I have my second bond with Arya was resolved. Arya doesn't trust my motives, but he can still trust me. I think I proved that. He doesn't. I don't have to know that he's changed his feelings about me, but I didn't kill him. I've been on his side the whole time.
Area, do you agree?
Yep,
All right.
that's fair.
Mark XP and remove the bond for a new one. Rudiger.
So I feel like two have really come full circle here, but the one that really comes to mind is Thunkel. Well, I guess not really Thunkel, because the specification there is that Thunkel dies essentially. But I guess if we skip over that one, it would be any further interference from Area in my fights, he will receive my wrath.
He did kind of receive your wrath. We didn't. I mean, I guess you technically had him. You didn't say you did damage to him, but you could have done damage to him. Or did you just?
I definitely plan to in the very, very near future, as soon as I deal with Uncle.
Okay, so does that mean that bond was resolved though? Because you haven't done the damage yet, unless we say that you did do, like you choked him out a little bit. But I mean, if you do your damage, you roll your D10 plus D4 damage. It is the damage you do, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that would be. I'm obviously outside, but you said he'll have to suffer your wrath. It's not. You said before that you'll have to pay for it, but this is like he's going to take it from you and take some abuse.
I mean, does wrath have to come out of physical violence? I'm not trying to work around. I'm just trying to, because sometimes they're a little vague and on purpose, so they can't be too specific or else.
Yeah, never mind. Neither one of them really activated today.
Okay.
Surprisingly enough.
Okay, and then if you think if one doesn't apply or you don't like it anymore or you want to change, obviously things can change. It's fine.
Yeah.
So you don't think a bond was resolved today?
No, not yet.
Okay. Things change.
So,
let me know.
There was too much nonsense going on.
It was chaos the whole time. I really enjoyed it. I was just like, man, what do I do next? Who do I use? God, there's too many demons. What? All right. Once the bonds have been updated, okay. Let's look at your alignment. Rudiger, how do you feel if your alignment was resolved or not? Or was it? Yours is taking on a foe, right?
Yeah, we're the opponent. I don't think the one demon that I killed, or two, I guess now, were the opponents. He really wanted to take a stab at Sarsis, but he wasn't really given that opportunity.
So you don't think the other two are worthy opponents in your eyes?
No.
Okay, for your alignment specifically.
Correct.
Like when I asked the question later about defeating a notable monster enemy, that might change and give her XP, but we'll get to that in a second.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, all right. What about your alignments, other two guys, Area Thunkel?
For Area, it's for others to significant and unplanned decisive action. Would that apply to convincing Sven to basically give us a clean bill of health in terms of getting in trouble?
He definitely didn't plan to do that. He came to see the intruders and arrest them or deal with them, right? He probably didn't.
Yeah,
plan
but he
on
also said that we were going to go to jail, and I talked him out of it.
Another cat in here. Well, you did. Let's see. You spurred him to unplanned decisive action.
I guess the question would be decisive.
It's
So I'd say it's unplanned that he was originally going to lock us all up, but
I think that's I think that's fair. I mean, it's based on being a bard, and you still used your parlay, your charisma, to do it, right?
Yes,
I think that's fair. Thunkel, I think I know the question about your alignment. I think I know the answer, but do you feel that you fulfilled your alignment of being evil?
I wasn't entirely sure, but I think I managed to just pull that one off at the end.
Very. What's your alignment? To spread fear or whatever?
Using magic to cause terror and fear. I wasn't sure I'd done that during the battle unless the other people in the room felt that I was a terrifying presence, but I don't think so compared to the demon. But at the end, I certainly think I did it.
I think they crapped their drawers when the floor was literally pulled out from underneath them, and you used magic to do that.
Yes, I really think that last one counts.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Those six people, their blood is on your hands. Go ahead and mark XP.
Cool.
Cool. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Oh, yeah.
At least one thing I need.
we know what the world is like when you take away the control of the demons. Yep.
Anything else interesting that you guys gleaned into?
We understand that Sarsis was the queen of the demons. Interesting for me, you know.
Yeah, that's
And all.
Thunkel.
We also learned that there are traps and magic items in the vault.
Yeah.
And I think we also go ahead.
Also learned that Rudiger, well, at least Area, learned that Rudiger's sword is more than a generic sword.
As did Rudiger.
That's true. And then lastly, Area can mark XP.
Woo, leveled up.
All right. Is this level 4 you guys are hitting?
5.
No, 5.
5.
You reaching for? Okay. I think the last thing also is what happens when you die.
True.
When you go to meet death at the gates, so to speak. That's definitely a new thing. I wasn't even sure how death was going to be represented, but Thad just basically, we built that right there, so that was perfect. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy? And this is as a group, not just as the alignment for the fighter. But I mean, how do you guys feel? I mean, even if you don't kill them, defeating them still counts, right? You overcame them.
Well, it was the demons, and there's also, again, the inner team animosity and resolve to a degree.
There's also Spinfin.
Yep.
Spinfin,
Yeah.
3 demons, and each other.
Yeah, I think the fact that we are standing alone in the top of this tower full of treasure is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, all that had to happen is one person had to die 4 times.
All right. And with that, you mark XP. Last question. I don't think this is a yes, but you tell me. Did we loot a memorable treasure?
I don't think so.
No.
That might be next
We
week.
just
depending on what
learned
happens.
about treasure.
All right. That is all our questions. Who has anyone leveled up aside from Area?
I did.
Okay. Rudiger had too many 10 pluses today. But that also keeps you alive. That's the balance. It's like you learn from your mistakes, but often you lose a lot of crap or die. Or
I think the balance is that, like, if you're already good at something, then you don't need to improve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the leveling, getting experience on fails.
I think that's great. And the leveling up is fairly rapid. It's not a huge number. So if you have a really terrible round, you can level up by the next round and have a new ability to help you out.
come out swinging.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of next session, we will reestablish the bonds that have been ended. It's like, what's your new bond? And then we'll learn about the new abilities from Area and Thunkel, what they get. The new spell for Thunkel, the level up in the stats, and then their new class ability. So that'll be next time. And we're not going to talk anymore on air about what these characters are going to do. We'll talk about that behind the scenes, and we'll see what happens. Or we won't talk about it at all. We'll see. So we'll just start out with some shoutros, and then we're going to finish up and get everybody to bed. So, Thad, coming out of character now. Let's start with you. We'll move left over the overlay to Dem and then Sean.
Again, nothing really special here. Just doing everything. Doing usual work. Hope everybody has a good week.
Ooh, thanks.
I'm gonna try to do this without saying the name too many times because it gets redundant and drives me crazy. The 2017 thecomic.com, that's listed on my plate. That is a webcomic that I do. Usually comes out every Sunday, but I'm not doing one today because of scheduling and the holidays. For more information about it or to see the previous 3 comics, go to 2017thecomic.com and follow on Twitter, join Discord, or any of the subreddit, etc., to follow the comic if you choose to. End.
Thank you.
Scene.
Cut over.
All right. Well, I am the Outsider, also known as Sean, Mr. Shenanigans, a bunch of different names. You can follow my work on Synthesis, a narratively driven tabletop RPG system that I'm developing at patreon.com/synthesize. due to some complications, there won't be a story this week on shortest fiction, but I'm probably going to be doing a couple of poems. I have one in mind. I'm probably going to start writing right after this. So that's going to happen. And then, like I said, you can follow that on patreon.com/shortestfiction. Other than that, there's something else going on. I forget what it was. I got to write this shit down. Anyways, aside from that, I hope you guys have or at least had a wonderful Easter and continue to do so for the rest of the evening, and have a wonderful week coming up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you. I'm Lucas. This is lucasgvariety. That's my current logo, but things still might change. Or that to Adepticon. Boom. Thank you, wife, for helping make that. Wife named Harmony. I just want to say thanks for playing. People out there, thanks for watching. Actually, an audience tonight and comments. That's like probably the most we've had so far. So slowly, we're growing it up there. Now, two of the people we know personally, but I don't care. I'll bring my whole family in and watch. Well, not my mom. She'd be like, Luke. But whatever.
You disappointed in us. Oh my.
But anyway, yeah, join us Wednesday nights for Call of Cthulhu, which will shortly be switching to Worldwide Wrestling. That's right, you heard it here first. That's the Worldwide Wrestling RPG. We're going to be actors with gimmicks becoming wrestlers, just like you see on WWE. It's going to be crazy great and not serious at all. It's going to be anything but serious, right, Dem? Dem will be joining me for that one. And then in a few weeks on Sunday nights after Dungeon World is done, Sean and Dem, and we're looking at hopefully 2 more people. One at least, if not 2. We're going to start Blades in the Dark by John Harper, which is, it's like a hack of the Apocalypse world. It's like, I think it got its start there, but he's changed it a lot, and I'm getting really excited for this one. And we're basically going to be in a Victorian era kind of gothic industrial age dystopian world that's very dark, very dangerous, and we're going to be looking at a criminal organization of assassins, I believe, right now, as they try to work their way up from the criminal underbelly to the top. And that's going to be crazy as well.
It's going to be fun times.
Yeah, so stay tuned for those things coming up if you're watching live or close on this YouTube. And that's about all I got to say. I'm lucasgvariety. Happy Easter. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for playing, and we'll see you next time.